Go around this way. Zoom and I don't know what's going on here. Okay, so my YouTube is on, I guess, and I need to be seeing my Zoom. Am I here? Oh, let me see. Get it on the tablet. Let's see what's happening on YouTube. This first time I'm doing it with my phone too, so it's not like doing it with the computer, and everything works a little different on the phone. Anybody out there? Let's see. I'm trying to. It's the first time doing Zoom over the phone and stuff. And I didn't know. Am I supposed to set up a YouTube before I go to the Zoom or what? And you like my double blazes back here? Might work better if I have a more solid background. I don't know. Oh, what's going on? Let's see. Where's my channel? Library? No. Back. And my tablet. By the time I get there, the YouTube app will crash. I don't know if it's working. Live, one watching. Yeah, there we go. Testing Zoom. There we go. Okay, so I'm the only one watching. Okay. Hey, Katie. Sound and image are working. Love the shirt. Yeah, Hawaiian. You get the background is like flashing in and out. So yeah, I haven't had anybody join in yet. I sent Jason a link. Hey, Huli. Let me see. I think I can see share the link. How am I going to share the link on YouTube? So yeah, I haven't had anybody join in yet. I think I got to go to YouTube on the one that I copied the link with. So I might, my picture might disappear while I go to YouTube and post the link. Let me see. Okay. Boy, this is difficult. And I go into my chat. Where's the chat? Come on, YouTube. There. Okay. Now it should see. I'm going to be repeating myself and stuff. I got to. Okay, now I hope I didn't turn the YouTube stream off while I'm there. Now I think I got the link on there, and I'm back on the screen. If anybody wants to try it out and say hello. So I guess the way I guess I can set up the title for the YouTube straight from here. If I want to change the thumbnail, I have to do that later. Boy. Jackson doggy jail. Oh, I turned the volume down on my other thing. That is. I, I gotta okay, now kill the volume on that. There. Now, is anybody gonna join in? Because I can't tell if I can hear other people talking on this or anything yet, what's going on. So I'm just talking to the phone here. So this is Zoom straight from my phone. And was that somebody joining? I don't know. No, I don't see anybody joining yet. As, yeah, Jackson doggy jail because the neighbor dogs are in heat. And a neighbor called me this morning. Jack's over here. I said, oh, the girls are in heat again. Okay. So he's on a he's got a 75-foot rope with a runner on that and another 75-foot rope, so he can get out 150 feet. And as long as he doesn't go around. Entered the room, waiting. Admit. Okay. Who we got? It looks like Candy.
Hey, Bill. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. I broke down and got a Zoom subscription with my stimulus.
Good job. I'm still trying to figure out Zoom.
Yeah, I'm doing it on my phone. Oh, my microphone. Who's muted? Are you muted? You're not muted.
I don't think I'm muted.
It says my microphone's muted, but you can hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, so my phone's hallucinating.
So what's the topic for tonight?
I was just running a test because this is the first time I've done Zoom with my because I didn't know how it worked with the phone.
Well, that's pretty cool.
And so I suppose I guess I don't I can set it all, do it all with Zoom, and I don't have to use the YouTube. I guess it goes straight from the phone straight to YouTube.
Yeah, so you're going live via Zoom through the YouTube channel. So that's how you're allowed to bring in more people.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
So I got my background right. Double Blazes University.
That's what it says. I saw the double blazes. I didn't see the university. That's pretty cool.
That's what that extra points.
Oh, I see burning the candle at both ends. Did you design that?
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, it's the Alpha Omega. It's got the double omegas.
Yeah.
One of them's inside down, and one of them, and you see the middle fingers inside the omegas.
Yeah. That's awesome, actually.
And then because Forrest has as above, so below, I put I did the Alpha Omega, the male and female fires. So the double blazes, one is the man, one's the woman.
That's really cool. Isn't as above, so below Freemason?
Who?
I thought the Freemasons were like really into as above, so below in their
yeah, well, it comes from back in Atlantis and the Emerald Tablets of Thoth, the oldest religion.
Hold on 1 second. Putting a cation. 1 second.
Yeah.
Okay. Ah, no. Stop. Timer. Okay. You said it comes from Atlantis?
Yeah, it's in the Emerald Tablets of Thoth.
Oh, that's pretty awesome.
And Thoth is said to be the original Moses.
And I can't tell you, Phil, I went down that rabbit hole for a good while. That was a fun rabbit hole, but it was also a mind-blowing rabbit hole.
Because everything in the poem points to Moses. That's
everything
why,
to me in the poem is pointing to the Garden of Eden, paradise.
yeah, it is. That's what's here. That's why I'm saying Thoth was from the Garden of Eden. The native of the Hopis say this is the Garden of Eden here.
Oh yeah, for the medicine wheel, right?
Yeah, this is all the Garden of Eden. Plato said Atlantis had a large rectangular valley surrounded by high mountains covered with crystals, and that's the San Luis Valley. That's what they say they're underneath Mount Blanca. The sand dunes there's spaceships buried in the sand dunes.
I was reading some really cool articles on that about some stories that people have seen, extraterrestrials and spaceships and everything in the mountains. And oh my God, you'd probably love this show. It's on History Channel, but it's all about how this man and wife, they've been working on it for years, how they believe that ancient civilizations have like lived in the Grand Canyon for like, thousands of years. And they especially think that Cleopatra and Mark Antony's son actually escaped with a whole bunch of people, and they all went into the Grand Canyon. So they found this one cave that is rumored to have all this treasure, treasures of the world, and the government won't let you get anywhere near it. It's like a really cool documentary.
They got it all backward. It's not the Egyptians over here, it's the Atlanteans. Thoth says after Atlantis was destroyed, he left Atlantis and went and built the pyramids.
I believe that. I've read have you ever read the books on Nibiru?
The natives say this is the birthplace of civilization. Yeah. Nibiru's Jupiter.
Jupiter? I thought it was a different planet. Like it was an unknown planet, and it was supposed to be the one that's supposed to crash into Earth and end us all.
Jupiter can leave its orbit and come inside of Mars orbit.
Well, how Fenn on his third book cover, Once Upon a While, I figured out the star constellation that was on there, and it actually leads you all the way back to the medicine wheel in Wyoming. And it talks about how exactly 800 years ago, they were the ones that created that medicine wheel because it was supposed to help them figure out celestial events. So it talks all about, paradise and Nibiru and all kinds of stuff. It's really interesting.
You notice it doesn't show up.
I don't see it.
But his fishing line goes to a star that's right side up. And
that's the Kingfisher.
The big star below it is upside down. That's the evil star.
Well, did you see also that in comparison to the original Once Upon a While book cover versus the revised edition, there's 2 new stars added to the cover?
Oh.
So that creates this certain constellation that takes you straight to the Wyoming medicine wheel.
See.
It's kind of cool.
I've been up near Fort Smith. There's the road that goes to the dam for Little Bighorn Dam or Bighorn River, and there's a dam and a lake. Forrest says he used to go down there and look at the murals on the canyon walls. Well, that canyon is a lake now, and so those murals are gone. They're covered with water now. But up there's a thing of the north wind. There's the directions of the seasons, the 4 seasons. The wind from the north, from the west, from the east, and from the south, and their meanings and stuff.
Oh, I've got a screenshot of that where it uses words as directions for seasons. I saw it for the Hopi Indian medicine wheel ritual stuff. I was researching that a few weeks ago.
Yeah. There's a little monument there up above the lake between Fort Smith and the dam.
Why is it every time you find a really cool place that might have like ancient civilization tied to it, and the government is always all over it? Drives me crazy.
Oh, the local archaeologist here at the Forest Service, she told me, oh, that's pareidolia, and nothing's getting recognized without my authorization. It's like, geez.
You can't tell people what faces and objects they see and things. That's weird.
Yeah, well, it's pretty obvious what's the one thing. Thoth riding, it's a man riding a bird with its wings down and big beak, and I thought that was Forrest Fenn fly fishing, but my son says I think that's Thoth, and I said, you're right, that's Thoth. He's the ibis-headed guy, and it might not be an ibis. It might be one of the sandhill cranes.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, they're not much different. But if it came from here, it's like they call Anubis a jackal, but he's actually a coyote if he came from here.
Have you considered like taking pictures and writing a book on it?
I've got my book on the treasure solve.
No, I don't mean like the treasure solve, just like the area itself and how you connected certain, ancient civilizations to this area. It'd be interesting.
Yeah. Well, also I found a thing, saying these are maybe the Hebrews, and these are the lost tribes. The American Indians are the lost tribes, but they found in the San Luis Valley, the Native Americans have they get this kind of cancer that's only prominent in Hebrew people.
Oh, like their blood?
Yeah, they've got the same blood. The natives from this valley are related to the Israelites.
Yeah, I've read about that, and I've also read about the blue apples in that it's like in southern France, a chateau, and it was about this one what was his name? I forgot his name. You probably read about it because it's tied to Atlantis, it's tied to the Celts, it's tied to the Hopi Indians, like it goes all over, but it's supposed to be the blue apples, which is apparently some type of alien technology that we stole, and it's used to give you like inhuman super strength and like make you a god basically, and it's in a whole bunch of books, like actual historical books.
I'm laughing because one of the origins they say of Gorman is an old Scotch Irish. It was the naked blue warrior. He was
blue warrior.
So the blue apple, the blue man. Okay. No,
yeah, the blue apples were supposed to be like the grapes or something. I'm sure you read about it. It's where the blue and the red mix and it creates the purple grapes. I was reading a little bit more on it a couple of weeks ago, but what's something really cool is I found out I'm Irish and Scottish descent, and my family bloodline, we actually were the protectors of the first king of Scotland, King Alpin, and our name McPhee actually translates to son of the dark fairy. So we were supposed to be like the in-between where we helped supernatural and we helped the king with the fairies and stuff. It's kind of interesting. So I was reading all about that because it ties into the blue apples and the guardians of the blue apples. So it's interesting because I'm not one to be really big on, religion or the Bible, but I'm slowly just reading more on it and I find it fascinating.
Yeah, one of the clues in the Forrest Fenn stories, the story about the cowboy punching him in the head. That when you're hit in the head, that's called ringing your bell.
I thought he punched him in the nose.
Well, he punched the same thing. He still rang his bell.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay. Well, there's this story. He prayed for D's, right? And Jack Dempsey was born down here near 285 in the New Mexico border, Colorado. And Jack Dempsey has a Liberty Bell in front of his birthplace house. and there's the story that when Jack Dempsey had a title fight in 1919, and when they went to ring the bell at the end of the round, the bell didn't ring. And that was in Toledo, Ohio. And so more than 300 miles southwest of Toledo, Ohio, he was the Manassas Mauler, Manassas, Colorado. And right there, just east of Manassas, is the Ferry Hills and the Brownie Hills. They're on either side of the Rio Grande River there by the highway. And there are turquoise mines there.
Oh, like the picture he was in the very beginning where he's signing a book. Wasn't he at the turquoise mines?
Yeah. And there's turquoise mines here right next to Jack Dempsey. Well, anyhow, Jack Dempsey, he had a fight with the first fight between a boxer and a wrestler. And the wrestler he went up against was this guy, Cowboy Luttrell. You get it? The cowboy punched him, right? So Jack Dempsey knocks Cowboy Luttrell out of the ring and wins the fight. And several months later, this Cowboy Luttrell dude shows up at Jack Dempsey's restaurant in New York City, and he goes, and Jack says, "Hi, Cowboy," and Cowboy comes over and blindsides him.
Huh.
And that's a story to Manassas. But Jack Dempsey, he got his start at the Holy Moses Saloon in Creede, Colorado. He used to fight the Holy Moses. So there's a tie to Moses. And when he says Huckleberry Finn, the Huckleberries, scrapbook 204, those Huckleberries, the first, it depends on what version of Huckleberry Finn, but the second page talks about Moses.
That's interesting.
First page of, so, and then Moses means drawn from the water. And everybody says, put in, where do we take out? Take out, drawn from the water. You're taking out, when you take it out of the water, it's called Moses. That's where osmosis comes from. And he talked about his dreams that as Moses is experiencing, it's with drawing things from your dreams.
Oh yeah, it does say that. It says, I drew him out of the water.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Because his mother drew him from the water, and the Egyptians were brown. He was in the reeds. Jerry Reed sings Amos Moses, and Amos had to catch the alligators like Elvis with one hand because the alligator bit the other one off. The broken blaze, Moses' hand was broken off, and Forrest glued it back on.
Well, I'm not gonna lie, I've definitely seen a lot of, biblical references within the poem and the book itself. But the thing is, it's like, everything originates from the stories. But the other day when I was on Susie Fenhaven's channel, she was talking about, certain words in the poem. And one of them brought me to, Odin, and then, what was it? The Bifrost and the tree of Yggdrasil and everything. Have you ever gone down that road before?
But I found Zeus.
So instead of Norse mythology, you did Greek mythology.
He goes way back.
I just think it's really cool. It doesn't matter, who found the chest, who the victor is. I think it's just so cool that the way we interpret all of these different, what we consider hints and clues in the book and the poem, it creates all these different stories. Like, it gives you Moses, it gives me Odin, it gives other people, different things. And I think that's the coolest thing. And you're never going to find that in any other, treasure hunt.
Yeah. Forrest died on September 7th. That's National Grandma Moses Day. And she was an artist who didn't start until she was almost 80.
That's pretty awesome.
And then Grandma Moses was on the Christmas Time magazine, 1953. It was a December 28th Time magazine. And it says, she said, her quote, "Christmas isn't just one day. I look it up. Christmas season ends February 2nd.
I was researching some of that
Yeah,
before, but then I think I went down a different rabbit hole that took me somewhere else.
yeah. Yeah, I've seen Jefferson Starship, and I had pictures of Grace Slick seeing white rabbits, and you could see her fingerprints in my pictures.
Well, so where's your official solution area? Because I know you like talk about bits and pieces of it, but no one ever really gives you a
It,
chance to talk about it. But I mean, we're on your channel, so
it's between Pagosa Springs and South Fork, and see Pagosa Springs, the mildew, the hat came from the water, right?
mm-hmm.
So, and mildew, the hat. Jerry Reed is wearing a hat just like mildew when he's singing Amos Moses. And he said mildew smells bad, right? Well, Pagosa
Yeah,
means smells bad. It's Native American for smells bad. So it smells bad hot springs. And it's
smells
for
bad. Hot
deepest
springs.
hot springs. Yeah, yeah. And so the skunk story is about that. And the tires, if you get a blowout on the highway, you're looking for a pullout. And so where you change the tires, you do a little exploring. While Dad's changing the tire, they're out exploring in the woods and seeing this stuff on the rocks. Maybe I don't know, But that's the gypsies are across the highway, up on the bluff across from the gate to Bootjack Ranch, that was owned by David Jennings Brown.
Well, I find it interesting on, Gypsy Magic chapter, the illustration. I think, because Jack said apparently there's a hint about the blaze in there. I think there is a hint or an image of the blaze in the picture of Gypsy Magic. Have you seen that?
Yeah, the gypsies and the stout-hearted men. That's what he says. My father's. That's why it's burning candles at both ends. The gypsies are at one end, and the stout-hearted men are at the other end, and all the other blazes are in between. There's more than one. When I was showing Forrest my Forrest Fenn's totem video,
Yeah.
and he said, "What's that?" I say, "Oh, some crazy old Air Force guy hid a treasure and." And this is what I call his totem. And I pointed at one of the rocks to the left, and I said, "But who's that guy?" And he said, "Oh, that's George Washington." And then he says, "So you found it, but there's 40 of them, right?" I thought, "Oh, there's more of these."
So did you go out there and look for the other 39?
That's when I found Thoth and the Biddy's boy and his pile of airplanes and Anubis. And people say there's this Egyptian stuff in the Grand Canyon. You can't see that. I've got Egyptian stuff here that I can show you.
Well, that's what that documentary was about. It was tying, Egyptians and all other types of civilizations to the Grand Canyon.
What they don't get is the Egyptians are, this isn't Egyptian stuff here. That's Atlantean stuff in Egypt. It came from here and went there.
Well,
It's
I
the
mean,
other
I
way
think there's
around.
no question about Fenn also, having pareidolia, because in the very beginning of The Thrill of the Chase, he talks about seeing people in his shower, and he doesn't like to shower because they watch him. Do you remember that?
The spirits are up there in the stars. that canopy of stars. The cow, Bessie
Oh,
the
did you
cow.
see? There was this lady that called into Caper on Cow's show, like, I think it was last week. Her name was Karen, and she used the scrapbook, I think it's scrapbook 127, the homophone scrapbook, and she used the dollar bill, how it was folded over, to actually get the message under a canopy of stars. Like, it was the coolest thing ever, and I really want her to, make a video or go on someone's channel and talk more about how she perceives things, because it was mind-blowing what she did. It was pretty cool.
There's a book, Moses in his trials in the courts of Egypt, and it says Moses lay stretched out, looking at the brilliant canopy of stars, and remembering the lessons of Nut. Nut is Hathor, who is the the goddess, the cow god, that her milk made the Milky Way, which is the canopy of stars.
Well, I read this really cool book. I have to look it up again. I forgot what the title was, but I know Fenn had it in his library collection. But it was a story about the prophets of Jesus, and how, what was his name? Saul of something, and he turned into Paul the Apostle.
Oh,
You know
that's a
how he
different
was
Saul.
basically like the worst of the worst, and then they blinded him, and he became like Paul the Apostle, and he started preaching, and he was the one that took, I forgot his name, as one kid, and they went to the something bath. Do you remember? It was like where they put up the first Christian church.
I've heard, yeah, the bath. It's a religion or something.
Yeah, I forgot the name of it. It's the same thing as in New Mexico. I had a really cool solve in New Mexico because of it. And it's the where they used to, there's even an article that says this dam is called the home of the Browns. And I forgot the name of the dang place because it translates to the same church from where Paul the Apostle went. So it was really cool. But I was reading the entire book on all the apostles of Jesus Christ, and it's a really good read. And I know pieces of it Fenn actually used to write My War for Me.
Uh-huh.
So
See,
you probably like it.
I think the red text in Teachers with Rope. Well, the red text, there's red text in the Bible, and he's telling you don't touch the red text. It's not in the New Testament; it's the Old Testament, because it's about Moses and not Jesus. And the Elton John story, he's at Michael Douglas's house, right? Kirk Douglas is there, and Elton John walks by in slippers. Well, Elton John sings the Borders song, and the Borders is mentioned in Exodus. Moses at the borders of Egypt, and and so on, and the borders of the Promised Land, and so Elton John sings the border song that's Holy Moses, I've been deceived. And then you read about Kirk Douglas, and he's got his original name, his real name is this Jewish guy, and he was going to be a rabbi. Who would have known,
Yeah.
So yeah, Kirk Douglas, I had a choice. I could have been a rabbi or he went into acting. And then he said he picked up the religion after the acting ended, and he went back to his Judaism. But look at the guy, Salinger, J.D. Salinger. His mother changed her name to Miriam because that was the sister of Moses.
Sorry, I was typing in the chat because I remembered it was actually Eagle Nest, which was once known as the town of Therma. And Therma was the first church where they built the first church of Christianity with Paul the Apostle.
Uh-huh. And then that F. Scott Fitzpatrick, the guy that wrote The Great Gatsby, he wrote a book with Robert Moses, who built all these bridges in New York City and stuff. And that's the bridge clue, the bridges.
I feel like Moses is haunting you.
Oh, there's over 100 references to Moses in his books and clues and stuff.
I believe that.
They're just but see, that's the second layer of the one way you read the poem, it's all about Moses. The other way you read it, it's the map how to find him.
That's interesting.
And look at there, Zoe on her page. She's got a picture of a lamp with two poodle toys or figures. They're not poodles, and they're just little figurines or something. One of them's Willie, and the other one is Tucker. Tucker, I've been trying to tell people, Tucker is tired and weak. That's tuckered and Tucker Ponds. And that's where I found the Buffalo Cowboy car. At Tucker
Buffalo Cowboys,
Ponds,
that was a good one.
wood, like aliens, went and mowed all the trees down and wrote the word wood out of the forest like a crop circle. The word wood is there, and the Buffalo Cowboy car was in the D. That's a Model A. He prayed for D's. I got an A because I found his D. And it was put there, moved over half a mile to get there. Huh. And when I brought that Model A to Fenbury, I brought it. It's a cowl. A cowl is also known as a chest.
Is a chest?
Yeah, look, a woman's cowl. It covers your over a scarf, and it covers your chest.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a cowl. It's the front part of it's the dashboard between the engine and the windshield sits on top of it and stuff. It's the gas tank on that old car, but yeah, it's a cowl, also known as a chest. I brought it to Fenbury 2017, and I'm like, I can't get near Forrest. These women are all over him, you know. So I'm just talking to other people and standing around. And
were you at Fenbury for 2019?
2017 and 19.
See, the only one I've ever been to was 2019. That's when I got to meet Forrest. But I remember I was just so shy. I didn't know anybody. It was like, because I would sometimes go on, Treasures Galore and talk to people on posts and stuff, but I never had a channel until, 2020. So I was just standing around super awkward. And the only person I really knew was Forrest. And he was busy talking to everybody. So I was trying to, talk to different people. And I saw you and I saw Cynthia, but I didn't know you guys. So I just stood there with the hood over my head hiding.
Well, I brought that Model A cowl to 2017, and nobody really noticed it, and it's like, that's the same as the Buffalo Cowboy car. And the page 64, 65 references are Buffalo Cowboys. That's the Buffalo Cowboys.
That's pretty cool.
That's the car I have sitting in my storage here.
Did you ever see that Fenn had, I forgot what the name of the book was. I used to know all this information, but it's been years since I've, researched it and thought about it. But there was this one called something Leaf. And it talks about a book with an asterisk in it that no one would care about. Just like how he talks about the asterisk in page, I think it was 12 or something, in TOTC. And I saw it at his house too. I forgot what the name was. It's some weird one. And one time I emailed him and asked him about it. And he was just like, I don't know what you're talking about, Candy. I was like, yeah, you
do. Yeah. He said, I never heard of that place. If you never heard of the place, you're on the right spot.
Yeah, exactly. He has nothing to do with anything. He's like the person behind all of it.
He told me the Buffalo Cowboy car when I had on eBay. He sent me an email. Oh, don't you think someone might try and say that's completely fraudulent? Because I'm never going to confirm anything.
I mean, I don't blame him.
And he used some words that he used when it was found. I promised the finder that I wouldn't say that I'd remain silent. That's what he said. I'm going to remain silent. And then he used it when that was found. I called him on May 27th. I called him on the phone, and he kept going, what do you want from me? What do you want from me? And it's like, hey, Forrest, I just called to say hello. And actually I got a new phone. I was scrolling through and I accidentally tapped his thing instead of scrolling.
I accidentally tapped it 5 times.
And then a week later, here's the announcement,
I remember the first time I called him, I didn't even think he would pick up. And when he did, I almost cried because I was like, this is so cool. But I was such a newbie back then and I knew nothing about the elevation rules or anything like that. So I thought it was Wild Horse Island, you know, in I think it was over by Kalispell, Montana. So I like told him about it and then he's like, send me an email. So I sent him like this super long, crazy winded email and he wrote back to me and I was like, oh, that's really cool. And then I think a couple months later, I was at my work, getting off work in the parking lot. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to call him because I want to know exactly what this rainbow deal is about. So I called him and he picked up and I was like, what makes a rainbow yours? And what's really funny about Fenn is that he can hear you perfectly fine until it comes to something he doesn't want to answer. Then he'll be like, what? What'd you say? I'm like, I know you can hear me.
It's selective hearing.
Yeah, exactly. But it was funny because when I went back to his house, he remembered how I asked him what made a rainbow his.
Yeah. So, see, I got to my area by searching for Rainbow Trail and Poncha Springs, which is up by Salida. And it showed me Rainbow Hot Springs down near Pagosa Hot Springs. And it's just north of the home of Brown. It's a 4.5 mile walk. That's too far.
I wonder, like, honestly, I don't know if we're ever going to get the answers to the clues, but I still think we're having fun trying to find it. And we'll still have fun going on our own little adventures, boots on the ground.
Well, you remember he was going to walk out of the jungle in Laos? He was going to walk to the beach. Well, he never imagined that he'd still be walking 40 years later. Moses walked for 40 years. And that's when he put the book out 40 years after being shot down. So 40 years, and my course from Pagosa to my area is about 40 miles, you know? The course between the two blazes is close to 40 miles. So
don't go walking 40 miles, Bill.
no, it's not 40 miles. You pull the roadside. I got my picture of Moses from a roadside pullout. You didn't have to leave the trail. You didn't have to even find a trail. and is a road a human trail, or is that a road? That's not a trail. That's a road.
That's an interesting way to see it.
And when he says it's not near the Rio Grande River, he's being specific. He said, I said Rio Grande River. I didn't say North Fork, South Fork, East Fork, West Fork, you know? So when he's specific. So, part of my area is like the South Fork of the Rio Grande, but that's not the Rio Grande. That's the South Fork. So
have you always been like New Mexico, or have you ever tried Wyoming or Montana?
No, mine's in Colorado.
Oh, yours is in Colorado?
Yeah.
That's funny. That's the first place I ever went searching was Colorado.
Well, on Highway 60. A lot of people a lot of people found my home in Brown, David Jennings Brown's Bootjack Ranch. Forrest said people only deserve 2.086 acres and public land. And here's this guy, he has 3,500 acres of the most beautiful national forest land there is, Yeah. And he doesn't deserve that much land, right? Well, the gypsies are up on the bluff across from the entrance to the ranch.
Wait, why is Jack asking me what planet I've been on? Do you see that in chat, Bill? Am I on a different planet right now? I was not aware. I thought I was in quarantine. No, did you ever find Swatch, Colorado?
The what?
Swatch, Colorado. So it's like right on the border of New Mexico, Colorado.
You can almost see it from here. I can see
It's
the
from
hills.
I forgot what area it's in.
It's in the San Luis Valley.
Yeah, but I forgot it was like called, what was it called?
Brown
Anyways,
gold is there.
that's where you find Soldier Stone, which is like the coolest spot ever, and it's literally like in living color. Fenn's story, My War for Me, and like normally you can't really get up there unless you cross, personal property. But where we were staying, we asked the people who live there, how the best way to get there, and they gave us directions and permission to go up. But it's so cool because it's this beautiful, gorgeous monument that was created by someone who was dying of cancer. And he's actually in the picture with Fenn from the Jolly Green Giant, for My War for Me. And it's linked to that book I was telling you about the something Leaf Blaze. I can't remember the full title name, but it had like all the different types of people who fought in the Indochina War. And it even has, I guess you could say it's a plaque because it's not a graveyard or anything. There's no dead bodies. It's just like remembrance plaques. But there's one that says the lonely French guy on there.
Yeah.
So.
Well, the French guys, Treasure Mountain is Treasure Mountain because these 300 Frenchmen were here mining gold when it was Spanish territory, and the Spaniards and the Indians chased them out and killed all but 3 of them.
Wait, is that South Dakota?
300 dead Frenchmen here. No, in Mineral County, Colorado.
I was reading about the Black Hills of South Dakota that crossed into, I think it's Wyoming or Montana. And it's the same story. It was like Canadian French trappers or something. And then war heroes, they found a cave full of gold. And then it was said that the cave was cursed. And like every time a member of the family went there to try and get the gold, like they died. And there's like some map or something. Have you ever heard of that story?
Nope. Nope. These guys, only one guy made it back to France with a map, and nobody's found it. It's supposed to be 30 was 30 million in gold. Now it's probably 300 million, But,
Huli. Yes, that honestly, Bill, if you ever get the chance to go to Swatch, Colorado and see Soldier Stone, like you will not regret it. It's the most beautiful place that's just filled with yellow and purple flowers for just like miles. It's just nothing but wildflowers everywhere. And it has like this little tiny dirt road you drive up, and then there's this little makeshift parking lot someone built with like wood, and you park there and you get out of your car and you just walk right to the monument. And I know there's photos online of people that have been up there, but this thing wasn't discovered until I think it was 2002 or 2003. Some dirt bikers were up there out of nowhere, and then they discovered it. So before that, it was super top secret. The people behind building it didn't want anyone to know about it unless they were supposed to. And you can even go to, one of the rangers and you ask for a map, and you got to tell them exactly what you're looking for. Because if not, they'll like, they don't know what you're talking about. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. The ranger
so back then, that was my whole solution for Fenn's poem.
I showed the Forest Service cop. I showed him the Model A that Buffalo Cowboy car that I took, and he said, "Yeah, you can keep that." He told me I could keep it.
You keep it? You're gonna like haul it all the way back home?
He told me I could keep the chest. That's cool. And he told me if I found the treasure that I could keep it. So that's cool. Telling you something about why Colorado, because you can keep it. If you find it in the forest in Colorado, you can keep it.
Interesting.
He said it, but if you do get it, I want a picture with me and you and the treasure, so I could say that I know you.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, he was an all right cop.
So
I was a camp post right in the middle of my search area. And he talks about the 300-foot meadow of belly high grass. Mm-hmm. I was the camp post at Big Meadows Campground.
That's pretty cool. Well, did you go live to do like a solve live stream, or were you going to be on Greg's channel later?
I don't know if he's got his internet back or not, or what his plan is. Might be on it later. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe Barbara poisoned him.
You said it, not me.
I think Forrest had dates set up, and her lawsuit is throwing us all off.
Yeah.
Because they say the actual the jack's just a front, a shield for the real finder.
I mean,
yeah.
I don't know what to think about all that, but I feel like half the things that are going on and half the crazy stuff people are saying, I feel like maybe Jason North Face is right, and that some of these people are like actors or part of it, because I can't see anyone being this crazy to do certain things like this other than forcibly being told to do this because that's part of everything that's supposed to happen.
Yeah. Even her lawsuit might be to deter other people from suing.
Ooh, I see Fendi Jones is in the chat room. Fendi, jump on. I jumped on. I'm eating a quiche though. It's delicious.
It's Casey, right?
What?
It's Casey, right?
Actually, I don't know Fendi's real name. I just call him Fendi.
Let me see. I sent. I got the link here. I gotta get the link.
Where's Bear? Bear's like one of my favorites. He cracks me up.
Boom. And
there's a Braden Wixom asking if he could join.
I didn't fall for let me see. Yeah, I gotta go. I'd have to go in and paste again.
Well, they could scroll up.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Oh, no, that ain't working.
Yeah, if they scroll all the way up, I think you could still see the link that you posted.
There I did it.
There you go, you guys. Why isn't Huli on here? Come on, you guys, talk crazy stuff. It's fun.
My stuff ain't crazy.
No, I'm not saying your stuff's crazy. I'm saying like the blue apples and the alien technology and all that. I'm sure everyone's like, oh, Indy's lost her rocker, but it's just fun to read about.
It's like the Pharaoh. He thought Moses was a joke, and Moses really fucked up the Pharaoh. There he is.
Oh, I can't see. Hold on. Let me go back in.
Oh, I can. There he is.
What's up, buddy? Good to see you, man.
Flag again.
Good to see y'all, man. I appreciate it.
Hi, Fendi.
What's going on, Miss Candy? How are you there?
I'm good. I just devoured my second slice of a quiche that I made.
Oh, quiche, huh? We had quiche on Christmas. That was good stuff.
Oh, nice.
What's
like
up?
A Christmas breakfast?
Yeah, exactly. My wife did it good. What's up, Bill?
I got Zoom.
I hear you, man. Why? It's good to see you on here. I've been missing you. I haven't seen you on in a while.
I got some money. I got some Trump money, and I used it.
I was hoping he was going to get everybody a little bit more, but I'm not looking. Doesn't look like that's going to work out.
Oh my gosh! Over here, it's complete, just absolute shit show.
Yeah.
Hey, Brandon, what's up?
What's
up? God.
What's up, man?
Boyfriend needs to stop ordering packages.
Candy's got Amazon showing up.
He keeps having me go to the door and get more packages. Oh my God. This better be my birthday gift, I swear.
Come on, Holy. You got to do it.
Oh my God, it's so heavy. Hold on.
So what else you been up to, Bill, man? It's good to see you on, man.
What is this?
I don't know what I've been up to.
Looks like you're getting the hang of Zoom here, trying to figure out making it work with YouTube and all that. How's that coming?
Ran out to my mailbox today.
Nice.
I got my background going just right.
Yeah. Yeah. What'd you do? Throw you a green screen up there and then get you some good graphics back there in the behind it?
Actually, it's just my regular wall behind me.
No way, really?
No green screen, nothing. Go on your Zoom, the more and your backgrounds.
Ah, so
is it what's
Green
it say?
Yeah,
with my background, I just load a picture from my phone on there.
Nice.
And let me see, it's in virtual background.
Yeah, it looks good right there, man. I just clicked the link though. It didn't come in through my Zoom account. I have a Zoom account too, but I just clicked. I guess I'd have to go in there and check it out or something.
Yeah, in Zoom. Well, I'm using my phone, and there's just the the dots and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got you. What's up, Braden? What's going on, man?
Nothing much. Just chilling.
That person I don't know. Or do I know you?
Probably not.
I'm just like, I don't know what's going on. Whatever.
Yeah, Jack going nuts outside because the dogs down the street are in heat.
For a moment, I thought you were talking about the Finder.
The Finder, yeah. I know. I don't think he worries about anything in heat.
I'm just like, Bill, do you have Jack tied up outside of your trailer right now?
He's on a tether out there, keeping him off the neighbor's dogs.
Nice.
Is that why he's in doggy jail?
Yep. Yeah, he's he's restrained.
That's funny.
I'm sure in a couple of years there'll be a bunch of blue-eyed coyotes around here.
Oh God.
That's pretty cool. You got any snow out there yet, man?
Waiting for it to melt. What came last week, over a week ago, it's still melting.
Wow. We had snow flurries on Christmas Day, and that was about it. That's the first time I've seen it snow. I was like, on Christmas Day, I was like, man, that's 2020 right there. What you been doing, Candy? What's the word? She's hiding.
And Brandon has himself muted.
Is Brandon Tyler?
No.
I know it comes on with like 1,000 different screen names all the time. I'm not looking at like who it is, so I'm making tea because I'm an old woman.
I hear you.
Let's see.
Yeah, I don't know what old Bear's doing. Bear's probably up to no good, knowing him. Right now, he's probably gym timing it. He usually gym times it right before the evening YouTube festivities.
The gyms are still all closed down over here.
Yeah, I don't know if he goes to a gym or if he works out at his house. He might.
Well, my boyfriend just turned our entire garage into a gym.
Nice. I hear you.
And he's like, do you want to join me? And I'm like, no, I'm going to go eat some cake. Okay, bye. Like, what is this New Year's resolution crap? I do not comprehend.
Yeah, exactly. Me either.
He just went to the store yesterday to do all the meal prepping. And he's like, what are you gonna, get to eat so I don't have to be bugged? And I'm like, tamales.
I could do the Gold's Gym. Lou Ferrigno, what that was his. He was a local, and Lou Ferrigno and
Lee Majors
Frazier used to hang out there because he lived in Hayward and I live in Fremont, and Gold's Gym was in Fremont, and so and Arnold Schwarzenegger was there occasionally.
Nice.
Yeah. Well, you know what you should do? You should have Davio on your channel one time, and you guys should do like a battle of the imaginative solves. That would be pretty cool.
He's only got one rock.
He's got one rock. Well, I mean, okay, so your site area is like, full of a whole bunch of imagination. And then the way Davio interprets the solution is all this crazy imagination in the books. Well, not crazy. It's just really cool. And it's interesting to try and keep a track of. But he's got, the Beatles, you've got Moses. So you guys should do just like a solve by solve comparison one day.
Well, I got Elton John. He's got the Beatles. And I think Brandon, he might actually be Lenny Kravitz.
Hey, yeah, with his guitar. Hey, I'd like to hear all of it, man. I think that would be cool. I think she's onto something right there.
We should have like a battle of the solves, right? So have like one person who's in the same area as the other person, and then have each person describe like their where warm water's halt, how they interpret it to that where warm water's halt, and like at the end of the episode, like see how they came across all that and what's like similar, what's different, and then like whose favorite solve or something. It would be interesting.
Yeah. I've been wanting them to come up with a thing like Zoom. Instead of Zoom, we're all like in a game and chatting and you can clobber people and stuff like that, in the game.
Clobber people?
Yeah, like a video game. Where we have a meeting in a video game at the boxing ring or something,
Well, don't they have those virtual goggles for games? And it's like, I've seen them in my favorite shows where they're like wearing the goggles, and people who have vertigo, they're like walking over and they see the Great Wall of China. They're like, oh, I'm going over, and they fall over.
Yeah, oh yeah, the virtual glasses. Oh no, that helped, huh?
I would love doing that. That'd be cool.
Yeah, virtual reality is real cool, man. There's a lot of cool things you could probably end up doing. I mean,
have you been to Harry Potter World or Universal Studios? Because like for the past few years, they've had like virtual reality type rides. Like Harry Potter is one of my most favorite things in the world, and they made it where you could be in Quidditch, like you're in this bubble. And it like spins you and takes you all around, but it's a whole virtual reality the entire time. So you're not moving a single inch, but it makes you think that you're going all over the place.
Isn't that awesome? Yeah, it's I hadn't been there since they'd done the Harry Potter one. I guess the last time I was there was probably about 2003. And but even back then, man, Epcot kind of did the same thing. They had that virtual reality stuff, and they would throw smells in the air and everything too.
Yeah,
it would make you feel like you were flying. So.
That's so cool. They did that for Transformers. That one was so cool because there's a scene where you fly off the building and you think you're actually going to crash into the street. And I like absolutely love it. And I look over and my boyfriend's just having a panic attack because he's like, he cannot do any motion stuff at all.
See, that'd be right up Bill's alley too, because man, he's like great on that graphic design stuff. I mean, you could probably create a virtual reality thing that would be pretty kick-ass, man. Yeah.
Well, I used to work for Atari. I was a quality inspector at Atari. Played video games.
When you worked at Atari, were you there when they were doing that treasure hunt?
That was 1982.
Wow. Yeah. I love some Pitfall, man.
You were here then, Candy.
I wasn't born until 89.
Hey, I was 71. I was there. Oh man, I love some Atari. I got one over here on my thing. I got Asteroids and all of them. I got one of those little consoles that I still play on my TV over there.
Well, have you guys started to see that they're bringing like the treasure hunt is being more popular now, especially ever since, the Fenn treasure. So I really want them to do something similar to what they did with Atari. Only like they have so many more different avenues they can go through to create, virtual video games with treasure. And I mean, have you seen Josh Pritchett's Six Treasures film series that he's doing?
No,
It's basically you buy the subscription for one season of the TV series, and they hide clues within the TV show for you to figure out where they stashed $10,000.
Wow. Nice.
It's pretty cool. I got to work on the first episode. I did a voiceover for him.
Yeah.
I mean, I think he's releasing episode 2 very soon. It's supposed to have, Forrest Fenn character in it. But it's so cool. And it's really like, it's great that Fenn has, inspired other people to try different avenues to
Yeah.
create hunts for other people.
Yeah, I dig it, man. I mean, just the people he's brought together like this, you know. I mean, you never know what's going to be created from it, you know.
Who's
Very
wanting to
true.
know about the screen? Why there's only 2 of us on it? It's only showing the ones that are on video, Hooli.
Wait, Julie's in here? What?
Yeah.
Yes.
No,
Come
no,
on,
she's
Holy,
on-
should be
she's
good.
in the chat.
I see. I guess I ain't looking on YouTube. I'm looking on Zoom. Yeah, it's only showing me and Bill on Zoom, but Candy's in the background. I think you have to do something with your screen, man. I think you can hit a little button up there in the top right or something, and it puts everybody, even if the people are on audio, on there so you can see them. I'm not
Yeah,
too sure. I'm still trying to figure it out too, man. This Zoom is.
If I go into the settings, my screen goes blank until I finish playing with the settings.
Because it's on your phone, right? Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm on,
that makes sense.
and since my only internet's through my phone, so if I tether my computer, it gives me like 500K bytes a second instead of megabytes a second.
Yeah.
It's kilobytes a second, and so I have to use my phone to get the speed.
I gotcha. Well, that makes sense. It's all good. They can still hear Candy, so that's pretty cool. She's got her. She's not on video anyway, so.
I'm not. I was stuffing my face with quiche, and now I'm drinking tea.
Candy, are you related to Jim Irvine?
No, but my dad's last name's Irvine.
Yeah. My 6th grade teacher was Jim Irvine.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah.
I did try to research to see if I was related to the Irvines of Irvine, California.
Uh-huh.
That would be kick-ass.
Because I don't really know, because my dad, he was adopted and he doesn't know who his real birth parents were. So I tried doing some research on that, but I found my half brother actually on New Year's Eve. It's very interesting.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
but I feel like my mom's side is a lot more entertaining. It's the Hershey side.
Uh-oh, like the Hershey's chocolate?
Yeah.
I like it. I hear you.
Yeah, my teacher, Mr. Irvine, he was the only teacher that had a Porsche.
Wow.
He had a 911.
I don't know Jim Irvine, but I know my dad. I found out actually just this year he lives in New Mexico, and I was like, what the heck? I was there literally like 2 years ago for Fenbury, and I never even knew any of this. He's like, well, you come out and see me, and I'm like, no, I'm never going to New Mexico again. It makes me sad.
Yeah.
And did you hear they're supposed to be doing Fenbury this year?
No.
I'm like, I don't know if I can go. It'll just make me sad. Like, what the hell?
Yeah, I know. Everything like that won't really be the same. I never really went to any of them before. I kind of hate I missed those.
I went to one. I forced my boyfriend. I told him, I'm like, this is going to be for Christmas and my birthday. So I made him go to New Mexico for Fenbury for a day. And then the next day we ended up going to Montana to go boots on the ground because I was like Team Hebgen and Team Firehole, but I was too afraid to go to the Firehole. So I just dragged him to Hebgen Lake. So that was a fun but very expensive birthday trip for sure.
Sounds pretty fun.
First time I went to Earthquake Lake was like 1972.
Wow. Wow. Where have you spent your most time at up there in the Yellowstone area at, man? What's your most beautiful place up there that you like to go?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Me?
Yeah.
The Beartooth Mountains.
Wow. I hear you.
That road that goes out of the northeast part of Yellowstone and goes up over the Beartooth Pass or whatever, man. And you're way up there on top, and you're looking down in that valley. You're way that's probably 6,000 feet down.
Getting high on the job.
Went over there in spring when there was still a lot of snow up there. Camped with the bears in a tent. You don't want to go camping in a tent with bears.
Yeah.
Isn't there a spot, where was it? It's somewhere with the Idaho and Montana border, I'm not sure, in Yellowstone, that you can legally kill someone because there's no jurisdiction there. Did you read about that?
I'm glad. I'm
Yeah,
gonna stay
it's
away.
like
I'm glad you pointed it out. I got to figure that shit out. Bears wanting to go to Montana.
it's a certain like very small area in it's like it's in Yellowstone. I know it's Yellowstone. It's part Idaho, part Montana. And there's like no jurisdictions anywhere. So if you were to say kill someone, they wouldn't be able to charge you. And then there's also like before Fenn knocked out Idaho, I thought that was where he hit the chest because since there's no jurisdiction, no one would be able to tell anyone if they could have a chest there or not.
Yeah, I don't know. That's an interesting story right there. Either way you think about it. I never thought about that. Bill probably knows. He knows all those good secrets out there about out west.
Let me see.
Been all
I could
over
pull it
all
up.
over
There is a place in Yellowstone. I remember I read an article. Kill. Not
We were
like I
there
would
in
want to kill someone,
72.
but I'm just saying that's the example they use.
And my dad, we seen there was some, everybody stopped and what are they stopping for? Oh, there's some moose out there in the meadow, right? And so my dad, we started heading over across the meadow to go see the moose. My dad's leading the way. And he takes one step and he's up to his waist in water.
Oh, wow.
They were
Oh,
there
here it
with
is.
moose.
It's called the Zone of Death.
Wow.
So in 2005, a law professor discovered what he calls the zone of death, where a person could legally get away with murder. And it's located, where is it? Yeah, it's based off a book too. The book's called The Perfect Crime and by Michigan State University law professor Brian Kalt. But it is located, let me see. Yellowstone is federal land. Portions of it fall in Idaho, Montana, Wyoming. Where are you? Hold on. I'm trying to see exactly where it is.
That's pretty interesting anyway, just because I never even thought about that. I guess there's probably crazy territories out there that aren't in the jurisdiction or something. That's crazy nuts. Hooley said in Wyoming near Idaho, no
I think it's
jurisdiction.
just cool because
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. So
yeah, exactly.
So if you ever call and say, let's go to Idaho near Wyoming, I already know what's up.
Well, you saw that spot where there's the Brown family, right? It's like on the border of Wyoming and Idaho. And I like for the longest time, I thought that was the home of Brown. Like, I don't know if you've ever like seen that area, but it falls into around that area.
I remember hearing about something about up that way. Richard said Four Corners.
Yeah.
Somewhere up there. That's crazy. Hooley said if I read that article when I started, if I got married,
Even he says, I'm not going there for $1 million. He said, not until this is fixed, and probably not even then. The irony gods would have a field day with that one.
Yeah, she found it, Bill. She figured out where you could go. I told her if anybody ever calls and say you want to go to Idaho and Wyoming, I'm not going.
Well, I think it would be like the perfect place to hide a treasure, but then it's like it's a perfect place for someone to get you while you hide the treasure.
They got somebody picking you off before you get it. It's kind of like Hunger Games at the treasure spot.
Yeah.
Seriously, did you ever see the picture Fenn drew of me where I like find the chest and I'm crouched down and someone's jumping on me with like an attack weapon?
No, that's.
I think I still have it.
Yeah. He already had it figured out, didn't he?
He just liked to just terrorize everybody.
I know, man. I miss him, dude. He didn't really talk to me, and but I kind of felt like he always was, like everybody else. I hate the year turned out the way that it did, man. He was a cool dude. That's what I think. I mean, look at all these different people.
2020 sucked.
Oh, okay. Here's something I can share with you guys. So my friend Natalie Nelson, she's known for making all these really cool treasure hunts. She came up with this idea called Make a Millionaire. And basically you add everybody that you know to this group, Make a Millionaire. And everyone that has $1 to the group, once a certain amount is reached of people joined to the group, a certain date arrives and we will all donate $1 to PayPal. And then that entire collective of the PayPal amount will be randomly donated to one of the members.
Wow.
Wow.
I think that's kind of a cool idea. She like
Mhm.
reached out to me today about it, so I joined it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What was the deal with the Blackbeard? He was that a scandal or not, or what? You know?
Dude, in my opinion, I think it's complete absolute scandal and shit show. And I'm so mad because I thought it was actually real. And I got so excited because they were like, yeah, we picked you to be part of our reality TV show. And I'm like, oh, this is cool. This isn't the first time I've actually been offered to do a TV show before on Treasure. So I was like, yeah, this is awesome. But then I started looking more into it. And then they were just like, oh yeah, by the way, because of COVID, people aren't comfortable with us coming to their house anymore to film. And I'm like, okay, I understand that. So what are you guys going to do? They're like, we're going to send you, you know, special cameras and phones for you to record every, like to submit footage at the end of every week. And I'm like, okay, so you're going to make a TV show out of me staring at Google for the past 5 hours, trying to comprehend how to solve your damn thing online? Like no one would watch that shit.
Why does anybody need a special camera when everybody has a smartphone?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just I thought it was weird, and then the more we dug into it, and especially because of Luke, he looked the most into it than anybody I know, and he found some seriously concerning stuff. So I totally just backed out of all of that.
Yeah,
So I don't know if anyone else signed up. Like I never even got my $50 refund.
Yeah, it's in some big Bitcoin account.
Well, like Christy, you know, K-Pro, she told me not to sign up because she thought it was a scam. And this is way back in summertime. And I'm like, well, because you told me not to do something, I'm going to go do it. And so I bought the ticket. And she's just like, I told you so.
Is that how it works? You just let the secret out.
Like half the time people tell me not to do something or I can't do it. I'm like, okay, I'm going to go on here and do it.
Yeah, it starts right away, doesn't it?
Yep.
That's all right. I'm the same way, actually, to be honest with you.
It's fun though.
Pretty much.
Unless it's like something stupid. Clearly I won't do something stupid. But like if it's something fun, I'll still do it.
Hooley said in the chat, Bill, she said it's Idaho is the 50-mile death loop. That's what it is,
Yeah.
y'all. Yeah. Wow. And then it's even part in Yellowstone. She said she has Yellowstone and Zone of Death in Yellowstone. Actually, there's a link there. We ought to click on it.
That's what I said.
Yeah, you did. You were all over it. Click on that link right there and pull it up. I bet you can do it.
Do I say things and then people don't listen?
No, you did. You had it right there. She was on the money too. I like it.
I mean, on New Year's Eve, you know, you guys kept saying stuff about like the Netflix series and all this other things, and I would say something, and no one would say anything, and then Bear would literally just reiterate the same thing I just said, and then Christy would be like, "Bear for president!" I'm just like, what am I, fucking chopped liver?
That was in the pre-show meeting. It was already pre-planned.
I just remember I was sipping on my
Just
pink
messing
lemonade vodka, and I'm like, this isn't fun anymore.
Oh no, Jesus, man. I'm gonna tell you, that's crazy. Bill, where you been at, man? We missed you. You got to come on sometime. I'm telling you, there's been there's been a lot of crazy things that's been going on.
I've been hoping things would cool off and stuff, and you know, because I think Jack's a shield for the Real Finder. The Real Finder hadn't been even notified yet. It hasn't been confirmed. The Real Finder knows they're the Real Finder. They're just not going to confirm it yet, you know, because they're trying to get these lawsuits all out of the way.
Yeah, I think the sooner those go away, the sooner we all learn something.
I mean, right. She just keeps going, I want more, I want more. Like,
yeah. I mean, I even think that once they come out, even if whoever found it, put out there exactly where it was, I think it would be a shit show even after that point too. I mean, it's, you know, nobody's going to believe anything.
It's kind of an abuse of your law license. You know what I mean?
Man, I tell you what, it's an interesting scenario. I'm gonna tell you what, it's
watch out, Bill. You don't want to be the next subject of her video.
They're a part of life. They're a regular part of life. Everybody, it's just normal. There's nothing evil about it. It's like bullshit, man. There are people, you go to sue something and people ain't got money for the lawyer and they're screwed because you got more money than the person suing. You got more money than you got to defend yourself.
Yeah.
So you're screwed.
Yeah.
You know, and you can't sue somebody on Social Security.
Yeah, nah, you don't have nothing to worry about, man. The courts eventually will see through it. Really, what it's the legal system is designed for. It's a long-term process, man, and those lawyers have patience, and people who are not who don't deal in the legal system like that. It's an uncomfortable thing, and that's what they want, because they want you to be uncomfortable so you'll fess something up, and I mean, at the end of the day, if you're not doing nothing wrong, we all have the right to freedom of speech, and so as long as we're not defaming anybody, we're not doing anything wrong. So you don't have anything to worry about.
One person's self-righteousness, and they say, "Fuck the real finder." It's like Jesus,
I know, I know, man. Yeah.
All I know is they need to do like a reality TV show on the most like crazy characters of the chase. And I think it would put the Real World and all those other reality shows to shame.
You're probably right.
Or like, even if they did another TV show that's trying to be like Fenn, and they put like say they put like $500,000 out there, and they just film people trying to figure stuff out, and the shit they'll do to achieve the $500,000 would be entertainment at its finest and the craziest.
Oh yeah, I agree.
Keep dog coming.
Do it again.
That's Jason.
It's a Jason North face?
Yeah.
What's up, buddy?
Yeah.
What's up, Jason?
I did not know that.
The North Face is the side with the moths on it.
Dude, Jason, I was watching what was in an old video you're doing on, I think, Treasure Seekers, and you were talking about your journal.
Yeah.
I think you should go on someone's channel and like straight up just talk about it, like everything. I think it'd be really cool.
I can't do that.
Why not?
Because I don't kiss and tell.
Oh my gosh, you whore.
Hey, I love an honest man right there. You can hear it in his voice. He's working right there. He's got things working for him. What's up, buddy? Happy New Year to you.
I'm good. I'm good.
Stopped by an art gallery today. I was gonna, but they were closed.
Did you find the secret to the Knights Templar treasure, Jason? Is that what's going on?
Can't kiss and tell there, dear. I'm sorry. I'm past it. Candy, I'm past it. I have been talking about it since 2017. Nobody wanted to hear it. So
I didn't know you in 2017, you goober.
So I'm done talking about it. Like I was open book for a lot of years.
But I didn't know you then.
I know.
So that doesn't count.
So no, go ahead, Bill. Sorry.
2017 is when I brought that Buffalo Cowboy car to Fembury, and so I was saying all the women were all around Forrest, and I'm like, okay, I got to be able to talk to him, whatever. I'm just standing around, and his security guy comes over to me. He says, "Would you like your picture with Forrest?" It's like, well, sure. He says, "Give me your phone." I hand my phone with the, so he can take the picture. And I said, "Well, where's Forrest?" And I turn around, he's right there, and he's doffing his hat and doing the hand of God sign. And then right after the picture, he tells Shiloh, "Get mildew for me. I'm never going to wear that hat." Well, somebody found it, so he wore the hat. And that was his picture, because he knew he wasn't going to be alive when the person got it. That was his congratulations right there to the finder. And then when I seen him at 2019, I knew that Benjamin Franklin was the original one that said 3 may keep a secret if 2 of them are dead. And so I went up to Forrest and I said, 3 can keep a secret if 2 of them are dead. And he goes, "Are you threatening me? Are you threatening me?" People saw that, were laughing.
Wow.
And the thing is, I know his secret. If you know his secret, you're a threat, because the other guy has to be dead.
Mm.
And now he's dead. Now only one knows the secret.
So yeah, what inspired you to go dig through the archives there, Candy?
For what?
Watching, were you just reminiscing on Seeker's older shows or what?
Well, I was just saying how like some of the shows were like really good content, and the other shows were just absolute shit. So I like the ones where there was like content and you guys would talk about stuff like the journal.
Yeah.
So I think you should talk more about the journal.
So there's actually living relatives that are part of that. And I don't feel it fair to openly talk about a lot of it because there's living relatives. And it was actually rather personal to their family.
Yeah.
So it's, I don't know, I would just feel bad opening up their family chest, you know?
Yeah, that's true.
But it's pretty cool because the lady, I literally just took her from one of the family trees and went to the little town that they're from and talked to the locals and found out where the living relatives were and knocked on their door. And I just showed up there. But no, I got along real well with them, and we still stay in contact and great people. But there was only 7 of those books made, like in existence, and they got inherited through the family, through the 7 sisters. And so they were like, where did you get this? How did you get this? And mine was actually the original by the author that had a bunch of personal letters in it. And they're like, wow, that's amazing. And I was like, well, I've been hanging on to it for a while. Like, if you guys want it, let me know. And they gave me a hug and said, no, you earned it. You need to keep that. I said, okay. So they treat me like family now. And we were going to have a big, I was invited to their family reunion, but then COVID hit and it got canceled. But I was hoping to get answers there because there's a lot of people out of Dallas that are involved, that rather prestigious people that I could have met through it.
I think that's really cool though.
Yeah.
Like, even though it doesn't have anything to do with treasure, it's still really fascinating to me to be able to like research and trace back certain family lineages and the secrets that they hold.
Oh, and that's what was cool about it, was that there was, a letter in there, that one of the pages that were empty, like, the first 3 pages, one's blank, the first one's blank. And that had a letter written on it saying, because you found this treasure, you have the advantage, stick with your system, you could be a legend. And so it was deliberately sat out there as a treasure hunt. And the system that I used to find that turned out that there's another much bigger treasure hunt that could be attached to it. And some of the people that were involved in that book were very famous outlaws. And
Ooh.
yeah, so I mean, there's a lot of very interesting connections throughout it. And that's why I don't talk a lot about it, is because there's a bigger treasure hunt attached to it that could be very cool.
Oh, like Butch Cassidy or something?
Like Jesse James, Billy the Kid.
Damn, boy, I hear you. That's pretty crazy, because back in the olden days like that was how they had it. They didn't have like copy machines, man. They had to rewrite things. So that's just a cool story in itself. Real cool story.
And I've always wanted to take the handwriting that was on that letter and try to find some of Forrest's handwriting, like nothing that he puts out to searchers, but like on a personal level,
Yeah.
Because everything he put out to searchers, he made sure to put it in all caps, except his signature.
Well, that's how they were taught to write in the military. My dad went to the same radar school he went to about the same time. My dad is on the swim team, in Memphis and been in that pool. Forrest was diving off the board, you know, 1953, 52, 53. My dad beat guys that came back from the Olympics.
Wow. Wow.
So I did not know. Are we on the tubes? Are we live?
Yeah.
Oh, see, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, we're live.
I think Jason's confused because I'm on your channel right now, Bill.
Yeah, it says testing Zoom.
Well, that's what it said, testing Zoom, and I was like, oh,
Yeah.
it's Zoom. Let's see what it's
Well,
like.
yeah, you got to go on YouTube to test it.
Yeah, Bill was doing a test Zoom and he was like, can someone come on to let me know if it's working? And I was like, sure, I'll jump on and talk like, whatever with you. And then I forgot what time that was, Bill, but we've been on for a while.
Yeah.
It's good to see him on here again. That's pretty cool. Where are you at, man? Everybody wants to know where you are, Jason. It's snowing. That's what they were saying.
The winter wonderland here. That's where I'm at.
Yeah.
Excuse me, Jason, you need to build a snowman if you have a winter wonderland. I demand a Frosty now.
A Frosty. No,
We're getting sunny here next week.
I don't even know what the weather is outside. I haven't been outside in like a day.
months.
Yeah, right. I'm gonna be like that creature. I don't know if you've seen that meme before, where it's like people leave their devices, their computers, and they go into the outside world, and they're like, I don't like the outside, and they go back in. And they're like this little cave creature.
Yes, it's what out there? It's what happened to
my friends like to tell me, Candy, go into the outside.
35 outside. That ain't that cold. It was 0 the other night.
Dang.
Oh, Fendi, guess what?
What's that?
I messaged Jack and I asked him if he ever mentioned anything about a father and son duo in the area he searched, and he said no.
Wow. There you go. There you have it.
But I feel like Bear did find something because I remember reading something about that before.
Oh, it was. I sent him a copy of the screenshot. It was on Henna Rich's, actually.
It was Henna Rich's?
It was word verbatim. I got a copy of it. I'll email it to you so you can see it. But it was
thanks.
It was right after the it was right a couple of days after that GPS thing. Or it seemed like it was a couple of days. I don't know how many days it was, but that's where it came from. Here's what it said right here. I think
Ooh, hold on, let me jump into Zoom again. Where are you? There you are.
Maybe I'll have a
one thing way you can catch Jack is if he's telling all bullshit, then he ain't gonna remember the bullshit he told the last time to match his news story with.
I don't know if you guys have noticed, but it's starting to freak me out how similar Jack is in regards to responding to emails. Like, he is just like Fenn. I mean, I spent 2 years emailing Fenn back and forth nonstop. And this dude literally just sounds exactly like Fenn.
He didn't answer my email.
Dang.
What'd you send him?
And I asked him a bunch of jokingly questions, It's like, you're a practical joker yourself, but you can't take practical jokes.
He's answered me a lot, man. I've had some actually pretty good conversations with him.
He didn't reply to me.
Damn, that sucks.
He answers my questions, and even though he thinks I'm like absolutely batshit crazy, I think it entertains him.
Yeah, whoever it is. I mean, I think Bill and Jason are onto something too. I think he might be covering for somebody else. Well, something's telling me that too. The more time goes on, might be Jason. I think Jason is a real finder, and he's not telling anybody. See how cool and calm and collected he is.
He doesn't say that. He shows his lips.
He just shushed us.
Zoom into the Joker smile.
Oh, that's pretty funny. It's Bill though. Bill's really the incognito. He's the one. He's got it over there somewhere. He's got it behind that screen right there, and he's not showing it to us.
Yeah, yeah, it could disappear. Like I could put something. Oh, you see my lighter.
Oh my god, you guys are ridiculous.
I just got some new coin holders, and so I got all these little black circles.
I hear you.
My coin holders. I had these 2-ounce coins, and it took forever to find cases that they fit.
Yeah.
I have to ask you guys, have any of you started Cobra Kai on Netflix?
I just finished the new season
I
today.
binged all 3 seasons in 2 days, Jason.
Yep.
Yeah.
It
My
is
wa-
like
Pretty badass.
I'm counting down to season 4.
Daniel's son.
Yeah.
We need to call him Jason's son.
I
Yeah.
used to love watching The Karate Kid when I was little, like even though it was like way before I was ever born. I loved watching it.
Dude,
So the
that's
fact that they
my
made a
era.
series on it,
With
I
the
feel like
same
everyone just needs
people.
to stop what they're doing and watch it.
I think it's great that they're able to get the same characters, like the same people, like in detail. They did an awesome job.
Yeah, and he's still old LaRusso's still goofy like he was back in the thing too, man. It's like he hadn't changed. Old
Thank
Ralph
Karate
Macchio.
Kid's older than Mr. Yagi.
Mr. Miyagi.
It's like when Reese grabbed him by the cuff and brought him in. You could see like Daniel's son's like he was a little boy. He like went, and I was like they captured like that moment. That was pretty badass.
Yeah. Yeah, I've watched a few of them. I hadn't got through the whole first season yet. My wife wants me to come in there and watch them with her, but I spend all my damn time on these YouTube stations.
For once, I'm telling you, go watch the show.
How cool is that?
It's so crazy and so good.
Yeah. Yeah. Old Cobra Kai, old Johnny.
Yeah.
I love that they are basically writing like a redemption story for him because he was always, the asshole and the bad guy in the movies. And now it's like you get to see a different side to him.
Yeah. Bill could be the new Mr. Miyagi. That's what, maybe that should be a new South Park, man. You should do a Cobra Kai spinoff.
I thought about changing my middle name to Moses.
Yeah, do it.
Already am anyhow. And look, I got the same, and I'm William M. Forrest's father was William M. and his brother was William M.
Yeah. It wasn't too long ago too, man. I come across that South Park episode too when Jesus and the devil were in the boxing ring, and then they were telling him is like, GD, Jesus, get in there. Those are some crazy writers on that thing. That's some very, very cool stuff if you think about it. They had a huge insight from a long time
My
ago.
favorite South Park episode is the one Bill did of Jason.
Yeah. Oh,
That
man.
is like the funniest
I've watched
one
it
ever.
many times too. I love it.
At the very end, they put him in like some Dutch.
What the hell did I
outfit.
get myself into? That shit's funny as hell, Bill. I ain't lying, man. I'll tell you, people will pay big money for that stuff.
I'm working on one that's one flew over the treasure chest.
Bill, can you make one making fun of me?
Up in the nut house. Searchers end up in the nut house because they wouldn't give up.
Jason ran away. I think we made him mad.
Nah, we didn't. He'll be back. There he is.
Oh, okay.
It's that
Hey,
snow.
Bill, can
Yeah.
you make a video, South Park video on me making fun of me?
I
You
don't
got
know.
like so much material for it.
Yeah. I learned with Barbara, I was using the audio from her own words so she couldn't say I said something. No, you said it.
I think it's funny when you do that. You should do the one where I was yelling at Greg. You know that one day, Fendi, where you're
Yeah.
like, you never even talked to me before, and I was just yelling. You
Yeah,
should
I
make a
thought it was
video on
great. That was a great show. I was like, damn, I didn't even get to say hey to her.
When they're overlapping, it's hard to do because you can't switch between
that.
characters.
Remember, Bill, you like wrote down, you said like WWF mud fights.
Yeah.
You can make that happen.
Shit, I'm not lying, man. You could have endless entertainment with the ability to make those cool ass videos like that, and all these people on YouTube like this, man. This is some entertaining stuff, y'all. I ain't lying. It's
Starting
crazy.
to make more of the characters where I take somebody's picture and then I draw over the top of their picture to make the cartoon character.
Yeah.
And instead of using them from something that's copyright or something, you know?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. That's smart. Yeah. And plus, it's your original stuff. I mean, it's okay if it's it's how you recollect it. There's nothing wrong with that, you know.
Well, Judge Moses came directly from South Park. He was already the judge.
Yeah.
I haven't watched South Park in so many years.
Oh
They're
man.
still doing them. I thought about just telling them, hey, you know, that there's this Forrest Fenn community. I know you can get a lot of great content for a South Park cartoon from that.
Oh dear God.
A real South Park.
Yeah, Jason. We could start it off with Jason on the stand. It would be perfect, man.
Oh God.
I didn't say shit, Barbara.
We should make shirts of that.
Delusional enough to take it that far.
Merchandise.
I would actually probably buy a picture of Jason on the stand like that, to be honest with you. I mean, that would go well in my house like that. He had that cool ass hat on. He was sitting there. I mean, if you had a cigarette in your hand, that was about the only thing that was missing was a cigarette or a stogie, man.
I just thought it was so funny because like Jason's such a sweetheart, but then you get him in a corner, he's like, bite your head off.
And then she goes, whatever. That's good comedy, man. I'm glad she's a good sport about it too, because that was pretty funny. It really was. It's good stuff, man. I mean, you're just being honest. I mean, that's the thing about Jason, man. He's just being honest. If he's got something to say, just telling you what he thinks. It's not like he's trying to be a
real
dick.
content.
Yeah, it was. It was great, man.
Oh no, this was reality.
Better than a damn housewife show.
Reality cartoon.
I thought all that stuff is like scripted.
Well, I'll tell you what, man, there's room to grow in there. Look at this.
Yeah, the script right from the live stream.
Yeah.
I bet somewhere someone's already taken all of our crazy YouTube footage and they're creating their own damn TV show.
They could be.
Yeah. This whole thing is for writing the script for a new movie that's a combination of it's a mad world and the game and there was one other movie I was thinking, you know, but the movie The Game.
Yep.
Because they were playing mind tricks on everybody, and in the game they were playing mind tricks on one guy. Here they're playing mind tricks on 300,000 people.
Yeah.
I don't think the treasure hunting community has that many people like involved or interested in the YouTube. There's only like, I want to say maybe 50,000.
Uh-huh.
Would you guys agree, or do you think it's more?
Man, I don't even know.
Yeah.
I know there's a big world outside YouTube.
That's very true.
My most viewed video was 14,000 views.
Wow. Which one was it?
Right.
I think it was the is almost solved.
Uh-huh.
Back when Stephanie kicked me out of her chase chat. Yeah, because from a distance I see something that looks like the chest, and I said I gotta go. I think that's it. I gotta go check. And because I thought it was that, oh, you said it was. I said no, I think it is. I can't see it from here, you know. And I got up there and it wasn't. And I said it wasn't. Yeah, we said, I was blocked for a month or something from Chase Chat.
Well, you got kicked out of the chat because you said you thought you saw the chest and you're wrong?
Yeah.
That's shitty.
Oh, there's some sensitive forum runners out there.
Yeah.
Here's the people.
But at least here we are. You know? Jack
We're
says
that
there's
10%.
yeah, Jack says there's still more out there. Sounds like him and Bill, they know something we don't know.
My chat stopped. Yeah. There's Kirk Gaddy in the chat. There's Kirk Gaddy State Park up near Medicine Bow, between Cheyenne and Rawlings. And so there's Kirk. Man, you sound like a state park.
How much longer are you gonna be on, Billy?
No, my email is Wobby Eagle, Dooley.
I'm gonna go check into the room.
Huh?
Said I'm gonna go check into the room. How much longer are you gonna be on?
Oh, I'm not sure. I thought I was just doing a test, but I have changed the title of the video.
Come on back, man. We'll be waiting on you.
I'll be a few minutes.
I know.
Bye.
Jason running away.
He's getting out of the snow for the day. I don't blame him.
Why do you run away?
Oh, he'll be back. He's going to go check in his room, is what he said.
Oh,
Yeah, he was outside the hotel, I'm pretty sure.
he looked kind of miserable. He was just like, "Get me the hell out of here."
I think he was ready to get out of the car. He didn't want to go into have to start talking to the people. You know how he is, man. He's pretty cool. I like Jason, man. He's a cool dude.
Yeah, he is really cool.
Yeah. I think he might be back, Richard. You know Jason. He's going to sneak in. Richard's in the chat.
I believe.
Yeah. So
What
you're having
happened to what you call it going live?
I'm not sure. I hadn't heard, man. I hadn't heard a thing. You know, I'm always on the edge of my seat, Candy.
Sheet.
Seat, just about.
Did you do any sheets?
Just about the sheets. What about y'all? What have y'all been doing all day, man? Y'all kicking off the new year right or what?
Waiting for the snow
I mean,
to melt.
I wore color. That was like a big breakthrough for me.
What color? Was it blue?
It was yellow.
Ah, okay. Yellow, sunny, bright, cheerful.
Bright yellow with a red lipstick and red nails.
Nice. Salty's in the house. Salty one.
Wait, what?
Hey guys, it's Hooli.
Holy, hi.
What's going on?
Okay.
So Bill, your name wasn't on the email to Jack Stoof and he didn't respond?
Oh yeah, no, my name. I put my name in the letter.
Oh, okay. I was curious.
At the end. Yeah.
You should try again, Bill, because
yeah, and I said, you know which Bill I am, and like I told Barb, she said, oh, no, everything he says is about me. Everything's about me. It's about me. I said, no. He said Forrest called the finder Bill. He didn't call him Barbara.
What kind of questions did you ask him?
Oh, I've got him here. Let me see.
I asked him some weird ass questions.
I asked him if he actually found any wood besides the wood in his pants.
Oh my God.
Well,
he didn't answer.
He writes that kind of stuff. He writes about blowjobs. I mean, that hardly.
This has just escalated very quickly.
Bill, you expected not to get an answer then.
No, it wasn't that bad. Oh, hey, you got to remember where I put it. Where is that file? Well, I can find it in my email, my sent. Let's see. Where's it sent? Because there's like one of the last emails I've sent. Yeah, I've sent one other email since then.
So he didn't answer either one, I guess, out of two.
Why does your solution stink just like where warm waters halt? Warm waters halt is Pagosa Hot Springs. Pagosa means smells bad. So I asked him why his solution stinks just like where warm waters halt.
Ah.
If he was as clever as he claims to be, you know. And I asked, why shouldn't I give you the boot jack, just like the home of David Jennings Brown? David Jennings Brown owns Boot Jack Ranch. So, you know, I was being clever. And what is keeping me from putting the blaze in water and snuffing your fire out? Right? Because Moses means drawn from water. If you put it back in the water, it's going to put your blaze. It came from the water. So if you put the blaze in the water, it's going to go out. Who's afraid of big bad Wolfman Jack? Yeah, Wolfman Jack.
Oh, yeah, I remember him, man. He was cool. Hey, everybody, what's going on, Wolfman Jack?
Yeah. And I think, who's afraid of the big bad wolf, Jack? But I could say Wolfman now, right? Because Wolfman Jack, the DJ.
Yep.
How did you get within 6 feet of the blaze halfway up that 1,000-foot bluff?
Mm.
You know, you need a rope. That's why teachers with ropes. Yeah. If you found the blaze, why couldn't you find Osiris's penis like I did?
I can't tell if that's Fendi wheezing or Hooli.
It's me.
I muted myself, Indy. I can't even. I'm speechless.
I should probably mute.
All these really clever, funny questions, and he couldn't answer one of them.
Are you sure he didn't block you?
Why didn't you call ancient archaeology pareidolia? He said it wasn't pareidolia. It's like, no shit, it's ancient archaeology. It's not pareidolia. You can't tell the difference. Forrest was looking for another Indiana Jones type like him. And what was Indiana Jones looking for? The Holy Grail and the Ark of the Covenant, right? Well, if I found Moses, those are the tablets that went in the freaking ark.
Yeah. Yeah.
Boom. It's the other Indiana Jones type, right? I have the Buffalo Cowboys cowl chest in my. That's not a question. Why did I put a question mark on there? Okay, I told him I have the chest in my shed. How come you don't know where brave, meek, wooden Moses received the 10 Commandments? Because in Once Upon a While, well, here's Moses. Forrest is saying, well, here's Moses. And Forrest was found on the steps to his den, and that's where he has his wooden Moses. Moses was meek and in wood. When Leo Salazar carved that wood with his fresh wood with his knife, that wood didn't complain. That's brave wood, you know. And Forrest, again, in the Leo Salazar story, the Moses story, he calls Leo Salazar an omnipotent religious guru. And then on Jenny Kyles, he says success is an omnipotent guru. The only person he called that was Leo Salazar, who carved Moses. And so if you find the Moses that Leo said, that's where the blaze is. It resembles where his plane exploded into a fireball that he knew would attract unwanted attention. Screen brightness thing coming up. And I told him, my dog Jack marked the treasure for me first. You think it's time to wash your hands yet?
Maybe he just needed some filler content to go along with it, so he would understand some of that backside.
December 2019, I put up a video with Jack, my dog, saying I found the treasure and I peed on it. So I asked the other Jack, if you think it's time to wash your, you've been handling it, my dog peed on it. You gonna wash your hands? I asked him if he went past the light at the end of the tunnel. My solution, Forrest said he took it with him. And where I found Moses, I had to go through the tunnel past the last light in the tunnel to get to. If you're taking it with you, you got to go past the light at the end of the tunnel. And I asked him, how in the hell did you get a hold of a dead man's chest before he was dead?
What was the date that you sent it, that one on right there? Just out of curiosity.
December 16th.
Wow. Well,
Yeah.
and I can't remember when it was he came out. When was it that he came out and said,
I got
I'm
his
the fun?
email off of Barbara's court
Yeah.
thing.
Ah,
So I don't know.
it's crazy how all this thing's materialized, man. There's been a lot of, I mean, it's been a crazy year as far as the Forrest Fenn hunt. Because this time last year, everybody was waiting on the damn snow to melt.
Oh, I know.
Look at us now.
Well, I think the vault that it's in is the environmental lawyer. It's in
Yeah,
his vault.
yeah, probably so.
And Forrest hired that lawyer, I'm pretty sure.
I wouldn't doubt it. I bet he did set him up for success, to even if he knew he was going to pass away too. I mean, he was a planner.
Stu, his brother does promote. Remember this? Show Me the Money. What was that movie?
Yeah, Jerry Maguire, man.
Jerry
Yeah,
Maguire, right?
yeah.
And he was a publicist who represents like sports figures and people and does all their storytelling, and that's what Jack is. Him and his brother, they're publicists, and they do work for Major League Baseball and the NBA and sports stars and stuff. That's what their job is, promotions. He's a promoter.
Yeah. Well, he's got something to promote now. I mean, think about it. I mean, I think the reason he's engaging everybody is because, I mean, he's wanting to keep an audience too. He's walking a fine line. He wants his privacy, but whenever the story comes out, he's going to get paid from it somewhere or another, or even when the treasure comes out.
Well, they're building up to what the big story is the discovery of Atlantis.
Man, I tell you what, I'm on the edge of my seat waiting to figure out what happens.
And this whole thing is Forrest Fenn's full-page color ad.
Yeah,
for the discovery, because a lot of people, it's pareidolia. It's just your man. So nobody's going to listen to you, unless it's the answer to the big puzzle.
Hooley's got the secrets, I'm pretty sure. Tell us something, Hooley.
She's muted herself.
I think Hooley just like ran away because she couldn't even.
She unmuted herself.
I'm here.
She's like, must find wine.
No, just water tonight.
I hear you.
Good. I had tea and I'm drinking water too. My boyfriend got into my buzz balls yesterday. Have you heard of those?
No.
So they're these little,
Her
like, they're called buzz
imagination's
balls,
gone wild.
and they're these little balls of alcohol, right? And I don't know what they put in them, but you just have one of them and you're seeing stars.
I hear you. Wow. Yeah, that's why I stick to the beers. Can't getting those shots, man. Those things get you in trouble.
I lived in Manchester, New Hampshire, and 2 blocks away was the Down East Tavern. Now, speaking of going down east, okay, because that's a popular term. I don't know where it came from, whatever, but people use that down east.
Uh-huh.
So it's
Because people think
Fandango.
down.
In Fandango they talked about Down East a lot, which was based in Maine.
Yeah,
And
right.
it's along the coast.
Yeah. But this bar that I would go, the Down East, it was where Adam Sandler used to hang out. They said, "Hey, yeah, this is Adam Sandler's bar." It was really, it's gone now. That was 2004 when I was busted for parrot trafficking.
Oh wow.
When does Togo come home?
Next month, I think. You should be ready next month.
Cool.
I got the money to finish paying for him now, so I just ordered a plexiglass case to keep him in, or a acrylic display case, because I don't want him getting damaged.
Yeah. That'd be cool to see him over your shoulder there.
Yeah. Yeah, I want to have him so that I could take him different place. Maybe have a thing that I put on my shoulder that he can.
Yeah. We had a when I was growing up, man, one of my buddies had a place up in the shopping center, and it was called Frank and Peg's. And they had a big, huge macaw, and his name was Taco, and he was blue. He was the coolest like macaw ever, man. I mean, you walk in, he'd almost like have a conversation with you. Well, one night somebody stole him, man. It was crazy, and he got missing for quite some time, but they ended up finding him, and he was okay. But they broke in somebody knew the electrical stuff, man. They were able to break in through the roof and get down and get him out from the roof and bring him out.
Yeah.
But that's a pretty crazy story, man. Those are cool ass birds. I'll tell you, man.
We
Birds are
were
really smart.
me and a bunch of buddies back in 1999. We were partying like it was 1999 in Florida, and we rented a pontoon boat on the Homosassa River, and they got monkeys on an island there and stuff. And there was a bar on the other side of the river, and we pulled the boat up to the bar, tied up, and they had a parrot there that'd been there for 20 some years and stuff. And I was feeding it peanuts, and I go, okay, now you got to talk for this one. And he goes, "Give me the damn peanut, motherfucker."
Where's Jack? I need a little Jack in my life tonight.
I hear you.
Jack's on the floor. He's tired out.
Oh, he's
the-
inside?
The Labrador's a half mile away or in heat, and he can't handle it.
Did you bring him inside?
Yeah, he's inside sleeping.
Oh, good, good.
I think he hurt his toe, so he's had enough of outside, because he's got to be on his rope. He's got a 75-foot rope that's on a 75-foot other rope slider thing, so he can go 150 feet.
That's pretty cool.
It
Then he
just-
comes in and chills out for the evening, huh?
Yeah, but he's got to be on the rope until them dogs are not in heat anymore.
Yeah.
He goes, she calls me, Jack's over here. It's that time again. Okay. But I guess they go in heat, every 9 months or something?
Something like that. Yeah. We always try to get them fixed, man. I don't need no extra puppies around here.
Yeah.
Whew. I love dogs too, man. I'm a dog lover, and when the puppies come around, man, it makes me anxious because I don't
Cindy,
want to
what
end
kind
up.
of a dog do you have?
We got two actually. We got a little. He's like a wiener dog, but he's got a little mix in him. He's got a long back like a wiener dog, but he's got a little bit longer legs. And then we have a Papillon, and they're both they're small dogs. They're both rescues. Our dog before that used to be a boxer. I used to have a boxer, and she would go with me everywhere. She's like my partner. I love some dogs.
You need to have your dogs on your show.
Yeah, I will actually. I've been trying. One night I was sitting out there by the fire, and I had one of them that came out when I was talking to Bear out there. She sat with me for a little bit. That was Belle. Belle and Skeeter are their names. They're pretty funny.
That's cool.
Yeah, they're hilarious, man. We're dog people. I got a couple of cats too. I got to be honest. I always talk about cat people being sneaky people, but that just because I got a couple of them too. But
Oh, so
I
you're a
know.
closeted sneaky person.
Yeah, exactly. I'm busted right here on Bill's show. But I just dig animals, man. I like because they're a whole lot nicer than people.
Agreed. I have a
Yeah,
dog.
nice. What you got?
She's a rescue, but boxer
No,
mix.
I love a boxer, man. The smartest dogs ever, ever. I'm telling you.
Super sweet.
Yeah, a lot of
Easy.
energy.
She's super easy.
Nice. That's pretty cool. So, what kind of dog is Jack, Bill?
He's a miniature Australian Shepherd, Red Merle.
Nice, nice.
He's purebred
Nice.
cow dog. He's
Hey,
I got the papers I can send in, get him in the kennel club and stud him out.
Mm.
Bill, how old is he?
4.
My aunt and uncle had the same breed, and they had real problems with their dog's eyes. I guess that's a pretty common genetic characteristic. Eye problems, although they have beautiful eyes, they have issues, like later in life.
He's pretty good. He's out
Yeah,
there usually chasing rabbits all over the place. I seen a rabbit out there yesterday, and hey, Jack don't see you yet. He better run. I see the rabbits coming around that trailer over there and ducking under something, and they're already hidden and protected when Jack comes around after them.
Yeah, the dogs, man. I've never had any trouble with the dogs catching the rabbits, but the damn cats around here, man, they'll bring home everything. It drives me bananas, man.
Oh, I've
And
got Jack with bloody rabbit foot in his mouth.
yeah.
That was all that was left.
Oh shit, it's crazy.
so if Jack says that the blaze, the fake blaze, was something that someone created years ago, what do you guys think that is? Is.
I think it's a wood structure on the beach, to be honest with you.
The
So
fake, it's that wooden Moses figure that fell over and the hand broke off, and Forrest glued the hand back on.
yeah.
That's the broken blaze. The broken fake blaze is the wooden Moses. The real blaze is the one that the wooden one was modeled after. That's up on the side of the bluff.
You know
So
that.
how, go ahead, Fendi.
Oh, sorry. I was going to say, you know how that tree in that Eric Sloan book where the tree's bowled over, like.
Mhm.
All right, so what I'm talking about is like a tree just like that, but then little small stumps of the tree or sticks of the trees built like a teepee around it, so it would be a castle on the sand. So it's that's what I think. I'll show a picture of it. I've shown a picture of it, I think, on one of our feeds before, but it's I found one out on the beach, and it was like somebody tried to build a teepee out of a tree that fell over.
Huh. So it's natural, but it's not.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's
Yeah, and then it makes sense too why it would fall over because Jack said too that Finn had a crazy idea to entomb himself, and so that's the only thing too that I could think of. This structure, when you see all these wood pieces up against it, making a teepee all the way around it, it makes sense because over time that wood would deteriorate and fall on that area right there. But I don't know, man. We could speculate all day. Come on, Jack.
I think when you drain the pond, there's a door down there that goes into a chamber that's under his house, and you can only get in there if you drain the pond first.
So you're talking about at Finn's house, right? That pond at Finn's house?
He's got a tomb under the house there.
Wow. Wouldn't that be cool if it did go to like his basement or something? That would be pretty James Bond style.
Yeah, you go underwater to get to the entrance.
Yeah. Richard
That's
said the
why
blaze is a coat.
Draining the pond.
He did come in and say that, didn't he? He said, "You're going to get that pond drained today?" I remember that. I remember hearing him say it.
Yeah. Yeah, it'd be something to metal detect his property there.
Yeah, I think so too.
I believe they've all moved. Everything's moved out of there, right? It's
I don't know.
they might have security there, but I think they've left. But and according to the Preston's Codex book, whoever gets the treasure gets the house too.
Bill, how would you know that? How would you know that they moved everything?
Well, the one video of the news channel, the CBS channel or whatever, and they showed his den with nothing on the shelves and just things. It's right out of Doug Preston's Codex book, where all that's there is scraps from the crates that were made and stuff. You know, everything's gone.
I remember you had
And
mentioned that one other time.
and
I
in the
do.
Codex, all of the artifacts and things went out to museums or the places that they were going, and the Bora Bay. That's why I did this whole thing. I am Bora Bay, right? In the Codex, he was the guy's illegitimate son down in Central America, who ended up getting the mansion and the gold, and he was walking around. The neighbors said, "Who's that guy walking around the property smoking his pipe?" You know?
That's really interesting that you bring that up, Bill. I didn't read the Codex, but it's interesting that he asked Jack to move to Santa Fe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I wonder if he wanted him in that. And I don't know what you're saying is true, but just if it is true, it would be interesting to know if he wanted him to have his house. That's an interesting prospect.
Yeah, it's part of it, and that doubles the price.
Yeah. Well, see, I've always thought the same thing that you just said, Bill. I've always thought that the treasure was one part of it, but then if you did him a solid, he would give you an option to make even more, and it would include that stuff.
Yeah.
And so, and I think it actually, like he would talk a lot about the Jackie Kennedy bottle of whiskey, and the, smoke, Peace Bull's, Sitting Bull's peace pipe. I think a lot of that, it makes it exciting to think about it. Either way.
He said there was something that wouldn't fit in the chest.
Yeah. Yeah. I bet it's all that other stuff that wasn't in there.
Wouldn't fit in the chest.
Yeah.
And how many times has he refilled Jackie Kennedy's bottle?
Yeah, I bet. Just so everybody could have a sip of it. Yeah.
Well, if he said he was going to entomb himself, doesn't that mean there would have been a grave marker?
Well, not by real. Because it's just back in the old days, you either had to dig a hole or you were just out on the ground,
Well, it was different. Back in the olden days, the markers were megalithic monuments, and they were actually used to mark an entire burial chamber rather than just a single grave.
Yeah, but if you think about it, he was really just wanting to go be back in the wild with nature. I don't think he was really wanting to be memorialized at all. I think he just, because if you think about it, he said, why not go out and, animals die out in the nature all the time. Why don't humans do it? And I think that's part of the reason.
He said that. And then he said, Indians used to sit under a tree.
Yep.
And then he said, why won't you just put me under a tree and then I'm going back to town? Have you seen that quote?
No, but that falls right in line with what we just said about the structure being under a tree, because it's what it basically was. And the tree that I'm talking about, y'all, had an A on it. I ain't even lying. It had an A on the tree. So a tree. It's the craziest shit ever.
A tree.
Indy, I remember that.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yeah.
See, I'm not crazy.
No, I believe you too. Totally believe you. Yeah, it's there's no telling. He was telling us something out there, y'all, and we weren't listening. Sorry, Julio, go ahead.
No, I totally want to see that tree. Was that something you found in your search location?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Bill, can I share my screen on here, Bill?
Yeah, let me see.
Yeah, see if you can do it, and then here I'll look for it real quick while you let me on, and I'll come back and share
Where's
it.
my settings here? Settings there.
Yeah, this is probably this, and this made sense to me to be the fake blaze too, because you know, he said, I just thought somebody was being mean, but I mean, this is the coolest thing ever. To be honest with you. I mean, and this was in a very populated place. This was easily in a place, you know, a 70-year-old man or 80-year-old man could go.
Yeah.
It should be something about let screen or let participants share screen or something like
Play,
that.
join, and leave sound. Show name, participants, join, show
Share screen.
participants.
Oh.
Yeah. Let's
Let's see. Another. Oh, try this. One exception, encryption.
Wait a
one
minute.
exception. I don't know where they are. Chat, security, record, raise hand. Meeting settings. That's where I just was. I think. I don't know.
That's all right. We'll see what happens here. Hold on a sec.
Yeah, you can try it.
Let me get
This
back
is
to
saying more about war memorials.
Yeah, here we go. Let's see what we got here. I put them out here where we can see them if I'm able to do it. Share screen, host disabled, participant screen sharing. So somewhere in those three dots, maybe, or I don't know. You know Zoom, don't you, Candy? Where can he go cut off the?
What's up?
How does Bill allow screen sharing? Where can he go to allow screen sharing?
Oh, go to more. Or actually, go to share screen.
See down on the Zoom title, Bill?
The big green arrow dot that says share screen.
Allow there.
There
Yeah.
you go.
Yeah, that's Bill's screen sharing. Now let's see if it'll allow me.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, now he needs to allow participants. I bet he scoot. Yeah, there you go. He got it now. It still says it's Bill.
Well, I enabled it. So
Yeah,
you
okay.
should be able to do yours now.
Yeah, let's see. Now it says I'm still viewing your screen, so go out of screen sharing altogether now. I'm thinking you'll be good. There you go. Let's now.
There.
It won't let me.
Yes, I turned it on.
Let's see.
Stop it, Jack.
Yeah, it still says host disabled.
Mute on entry, meet topic.
Oh.
Huh? It doesn't say. Meeting topic, maybe in there. No. Stop it, Jack.
Oh, he's all good. What's up, Jack?
He's the neighbor's dogs are in heat. That's what's up.
Can't blame him.
So if we say the word treat, does that get him riled up too? Can he hear us? Jack, you want a treat?
Participants. Maybe it's in participants.
He's like, oh, good boy. There you go.
Oh, maybe it was in there. And each of you, Andy John, allow to record. Okay. Spotlight, chat, mute, stop video, allowed to record, allowed put in waiting room. No. Remove. No, we're not doing one of those. So ask all to unmute. No. Not video mute. It's not.
No, it's all right. We'll figure it out. Actually, Hooli, I'll take down my email address and email me something, and I'll send it to you.
Okay.
And, yeah, do it. It's just Fendi. Well, FENNDANA Jones, Fendiana Jones at gmail.com. And then
FENNDANA.
Yep, Jones at gmail.com. And then I'll
Okay.
I'll send you 3 pictures. I'll explain them a little bit too. It'll be a little bit later on. And
Well, I can also wait till a show if you want to do it then. That's fine too.
yeah, if you come on ours next time you come on ours, hey, just remind me and I'll throw it up there real quick because I got them right here where you can see. and it's
Okay,
pretty,
cool.
yeah, it's pretty cool.
Now that you just gave the whole world your email address, I'm
That's
sorry.
all right. No, that's all right. I don't care. See, y'all send me something out there, say hello. Spam my ass. I don't care.
Security.
Yeah.
Isn't where? Share screen. There. Now you should be able to.
Ah, there it is, Bill. Look at
Under
that. We worked
security.
it. We worked through it right there, y'all.
Yeah.
All right. So this let me minimize this. If y'all can see my screen right here, this is a beautiful place at Yellowstone Lake right here. And so those mountains that you're looking at right there in the background that are snow-capped mountains, those are the Absaroka Mountains, and on the other side of those is Cody, Wyoming. And so this is a little picnic area right here. And if you see the base of these trees, where these trees are, that's actually a walkway over there on the other side. So if you took around the left over here, you could walk around the left of that walkway and then follow that coast forever. But anyway, make a long story short, if you see this tree right here, the big tall one on the left, it's kind of hiding this structure right here. And let me see if I can zoom in and make it a little easy on you. But that's what it is. And it's the craziest thing ever, because that's reverence with wood all day long. And those pieces of wood that you see are very small. They're not huge pieces. Fenn could have easily done that. That's nothing that he couldn't have done. But what pointed my direction to this was, when he said, safe upon the solid rocks, the empty houses stand, come and see my shining palace built upon the sand. And so this is out on the sand on the beach, and the crazy thing is if you see about right here, see about where I'm circling right there, that ends up being in that area right there, that ends up being this. That A tree right there, that little A was marked on that tree. So I don't know if that makes any sense or if it doesn't make sense, but that's what
It
we
looks
did.
cool, but I don't
Yeah.
know that it would endure that long, like long enough for it to be a true blaze.
Yeah, look at the this is another interesting thing too. I might have stopped sharing. Let me share one more time that same picture. Down here under the A, if you look about right here, you can see 74. And how he talked about these trees, these are juniper trees or whatever, cypress trees, man, they take forever to deteriorate. So I mean, I don't know, it's a stretch for sure, but it was definitely interesting to find this out there, on the little coast right around the lake.
Does that
Beautiful
lake
area.
ever flood?
No, actually, that lake is it actually feeds the Yellowstone River right there. So it flows out under the fishing bridge. So and it actually in the wintertime, that thing freezes over completely, and you can actually walk out to the island. There's YouTube videos of people who walk out to Stevenson Island. That's about a mile from the shore almost. But it's a really cool place. And then in the springtime, when the melt comes, it just all flows down the river. Down there where David Christensen was rappelling without enough rope.
Hey, Fendi.
Yeah.
Bear says, read the chat. He will not be ignored.
Tell him I don't have the
Bear's
chat on.
brilliant.
Yeah.
Hi, Bear.
Thanks,
he
Holy.
said he put the A on that tree.
He did. I don't doubt it. There he is. There he is. What's up, buddy?
What the fuck?
Bear will not be ignored.
No way.
What? Yeah. What happened, Candy? Tell us.
Oh, I'm looking into megalithic structures because it's the equivalence of entombed without having anything to do with the cemetery.
Yeah.
And I just found a megalithic site in Wyoming, and it was discovered 4 years ago. And it's a war memorial, and nobody know who built it or how it came to be, but it's a huge stone circle, and it's megalith. And inside the stone circle is one single tree that was planted.
Yep.
So it's very interesting. It has like all these weird carvings on the rocks, and I'm watching a video right now, and it's just this site that is this huge monument to the fallen soldiers that no one remembers, and you can go inside it, and it looks like an entomb, like something where you can be entombed, but there's one single tree that was planted in the center of all of this.
Wow, that's pretty cool. Because now think about this too. So Jack said it was technically in the safest place it could be. So if Finn had all those pictures of him chopping the trees down, and the birds not having any place to go, and that makes sense if it was in an area of the forest where there was no trees above it, because it would technically be under a canopy of stars, but still in the wood. So it's pretty amazing. And there's places out there that you can go that are, the forest isn't completely full. I mean, there's open areas in certain places.
Well, this one says it's the Stonehenge of Wyoming, the Wyoming Stonehenge. That's what they're calling it.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I've never even heard of this place.
Yeah, me either.
Well, it looks exactly like freaking Soldier Stone from Colorado.
Nice.
So it's a little weird because there's like this huge standing up rock that has a bronze plaque in memory of all the fallen soldiers. And then it's just like a valley of all these heavy stones, and there's like carvings on them. And like, I gotta send you the link. You'll trip out on this. It's interesting. It's in Wyoming.
Should we check some GPS coordinates right quick, y'all?
Oh God. There's like some, like, it looks like bronze sparkle on this rock. It didn't look like the builders put any effort in trying to stack the stones. Like, yeah, it just looks like a whole bunch of stones are just like thrown around, but they're huge.
Yeah. Wow, that's pretty interesting.
What the hell? Like, who built this place?
I don't know. That's crazy. Yeah.
I was just Googling, entombment and how it could possibly be in connection to that picture from someone saw. They thought they saw like a stone slab in the background of the person who took the picture of the chest. So I was just like looking up, monolithic structures, and this is just like here.
Yeah, nice.
That's weird.
That's pretty cool. I got to pop off real quick and reset the internet. I'll see y'all here just in a few minutes or so. We got to go in and say hey to the kid there real quick too. So I'll be right back.
Is my screen sharing?
Yeah, man, it looks good there.
This is where the blaze was.
Yeah.
You'll see there's figures up on the hill here, and all these rocks are sculpted.
Nice.
But
what
right
was this?
there, that's where the blaze is, in that clove of the rocks, like a clove of garlic, the folds of the rock. And it's going to zoom in, and Moses was in there. This is the video. He's in the shadow now. I'll go to video before that.
How in the world would you get up there, Bill?
You don't, it says don't draw nigh. God told Moses, don't draw nigh. Let me see. Oh, that was going so let's see if I can unmute that.
Cool. I'll be right back, y'all.
Oh yeah, that's on the other camera. Okay, so does this video, is it gonna zoom in where we can see him? No, he's in the dark. Oh, it's only on my other video it's on my he's that low light spot right in the center in that black crack. See, that's the nook. In that dark shadow, there's the nook.
So then do you propose that there was a Moses in there? And then you look down?
Yeah. You can climb up. You see the trees going up the slope there in front of it? You can actually, I've been up there, and I've been up on top of that.
Looks like blue jeans up there.
Jack takes up all my time.
I'm reading up on the megalithic structure I found. It is super cool.
Yeah, that was a murder in Malamosa. Oh, is that an advertisement? Oh, here we go. Come on. Oh, okay. These are the ones that uploaded. Those aren't playable. This is. Foot was hurting there. Yes, my heater burned my foot.
Oh, dude, it says U.S. Army engineers. So it's an old plaque marker for pilots.
What is it?
It's like this weird monolithic structure, but it says something about U.S. Army engineers, like the plaque. It says like U.S. Army engineers. And it was an old marker for pilots before modern radar and GPS. It's like in the middle of nowhere in Wyoming, and they're calling it the Stonehenge, like the Wyoming Stonehenge.
Sorry.
I sent you the video, Huli.
Yeah, but I can't watch it right now, unfortunately. I mean, I could.
Well, I was watching it
but I
because I'm on
won't.
my phone, and I just put it on mute.
Where was that?
Bill, what
Oh,
are we
here.
seeing? Is that a lawnmower? I don't even know what we're seeing.
That was a lawnmower, yeah. That was the Huckleberry hint.
Hey, Bill, just so you know, people are saying that they can't hear your talking rocks. I don't know if you want the audio on your rocks or
I'm
not,
a
but
farmer. Should hear. Can you hear that one?
nope.
Huh. The phone can't hear itself. Okay. All right, I get out of there. Go back to Zoom. Stop share. We lost Fendi.
He said he's coming back.
So Jason.
He said Fendi said he had to go say hello to his kids and reset the router or something.
Yeah. You hear Jack outside barking?
Yeah.
Yeah. I want out. I
Oh my
want in.
God.
I want out.
Holy,
What?
this place is located between Casper and Shoshone.
Okay.
You know Fenn, how he says the long ride home? He talks about somewhere between Casper and Shoshone. They stopped somewhere and there was like picture of Skippy holding a rock and everything. You know, basically the story where there's like no one around and they got in a
I know-
fight, so he got kicked out and he like was stuck on a road of nowhere.
Right.
Well, this random megalithic structure that I found from Wyoming is literally located between Casper and Shoshone.
Is it along a highway?
Yes.
I'm back, Billy.
That rock, the rock that he's holding though, is at the brink of Upper Yellowstone Falls.
Yeah. That's a different.
No, I'm not talking about the rock itself. I'm just saying, like, you know, in that chapter, it shows the picture of Skippy holding the rock, but the story is about him getting kicked out of the car when they're trying to go home, and he said somewhere between Casper and Shoshone.
Yeah,
gonna make me-
I get the story. I guess I'm just really, this is gonna sound harsh. I love exploring places and I love looking at places like that, but I think the poem has to take us there.
Well, I'm trying to figure out more about it because right now I just found that it's located on Highway 26 between Casper and Shoshone. And it says there's a large megalithic structure. The stones are stacked to make a face that only can be discerned from high above. It literally makes a face.
Wow, sounds cool.
And like no one knows who built it. And they say it was built around 2009 or 2010. This is weird. And saying there's very little information about the site other than internet posts from people asking what it is and why there's not any information about it. And then the only other thing is that it's got a huge standing rock in the center that is something for pilots to mark something. This is weird. What the hell? Why have I never heard of this before? Like, if you watch the video later, Huli, you're going to be like, whoa, this is so fun. Because this already looks exactly like the site from Sawatch, Colorado for Soldier Stone.
Those pilot things are like white pinnacle things sticking up, usually.
Well, this is part 2 of the video. Let's see. So the first video, they say, we walk up the stone V, there's a V pointing to the site and make a strange discovery. Watch the whole video and make up your own mind. So first, let's take a look from above the main site. So it looks like, I don't know what it's a symbol or something. What the hell is that? So there's a stone V that's pointing to take you to the main site. And then, dude, what the hell? This is so weird. It really is in like the middle of nowhere. A pic of a main site from nearby hilltop. And you can hike there. It's not far at all. But it's like, unless you knew this existed, you wouldn't know about it. This is so weird. And it's like huge. The carving is at the west entrance, the same carvings on the east entrance. So there's carvings in the rocks. He enters the west entrance. He has little trouble holding the thing. So they're like walking around the site. And I think this video was uploaded 4 years ago. What the hell? I swear, you guys, I wasn't trying to make this Fenn at all. And then it just said somewhere between Casper and Shoshone. This is weird.
Hi, Bill.
Hi, Bill.
Hi, Jason.
What?
Is that one of your coworkers?
No, that's the hotel gal.
What is this?
I'll be excited to look at it, Indy.
It's tripping me out right now because I was just trying to figure out where this was located, and now that it showed me the highway, this is weird as heck. And it's a place like to mark for pilots. What is this? Like when you see the aerial picture like up above Huli, you're gonna trip out because I don't even know what that symbol is.
You've seen the postal pilot stops, right?
The what?
The postal pilot towers.
No.
So they used to, back in the old days before like GPS
GPS?
and stuff, they used to have the pilots had arrows and big towers with lights that would direct them how to, and it was mail pilots, and it would direct them how to get the mail across the country, basically.
Oh.
And there are big cement, basically parking lots with arrows all over the US with towers on them. A lot of them have been deconstructed and are not in use, but some of them still are.
That's cool.
Sort of like fire towers. I'm sure you've seen and heard those used in Yellowstone.
Yeah.
They're sort of the same type of structure for some of them, but they have like a cement platform, and some of them have arrows or directionals with some of them, I think they have white lights, maybe? Like
White lights?
lighthouses. Yeah, like white lights that flash and such, like sort of like lighthouses, but for pilots.
That's really, oh my God. Okay, so they're looking, okay, so the video right now is showing pictures of carvings on rocks, right? And one of the carvings of a rock has a carving of a stick figure. What the hell? This is like an actual stick figure. Huli, who do we know that makes stick figures?
Well, that's funny. A lot of people.
I'm trying to like zoom in more. Like, oh man, this person must have been drunk when he filmed this stuff because it's like shaking all over the place. What? It's like, there's this one part too where it looks like you could like get on your hands and knees and crawl in there. Like, you just have to watch this video. This is so weird.
If you see a three-legged stick figure, it's probably a mannequin.
A mannequin.
Oh my goodness.
They got that rod up their butt.
I just want to go here to check this out because it's like a gargantuan sized version of Soldier Stone. Osmond, get out of there.
Bill, are you drinking brandy?
Stop it. What are you doing, you little shit? Go.
Yeah,
You're
well, I
bad. Go.
lived up in Billings for a while in 2006, 2007. And I was doing service calls for, I was a technician. So I go fix computers and things. And I had to go to Lame Deer, which is in the Crow Reservation, and go out there and change a hard drive on a Forest Service computer. It's kind of neat going out there to the reservation. But that's approximately not far from where Sharp's cabin came from. And you know, on Mars, the Mars rover, they have Sharp Mountain. I wonder if that's related to Sharp, Joseph Sharp. And I've seen on Antiques Roadshow a couple of his paintings, and they're $40,000, $50,000.
So Sharp's cabin, where it was previously, I find it interesting that you bought the cabin, but I'm curious if you also bought the land.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to go metal detect it, but the Indians probably wouldn't let
You can look that up.
What, Candy?
I've looked it up before. Huli, look at what I just sent you. Do you see that?
Yeah, I can't get the scope on it though.
Like, I don't even know
It-
what the heck that is.
It looks like a bunch of rocks with an overturned tree.
An overturned tree?
Yeah, like someone stuck a tree in upside down, or it's a
That looks like one of those things they build, like the Indians built for burials, where they like put, I forgot the name of it, but it's a wooden structure on top of a tree, and that's where they put the body.
well, Indians used to put themselves in trees. I mean, well, their relatives rather once they were dead.
Yeah,
But
what's that called?
you should share that on the screen so that other people can see what you're talking about.
Even King Tut's tomb was found that was under a pile of rocks. There was a pile of rocks covering the entrance to King Tut's tomb. And then the hallway going to it was filled with rocks. And they had to remove all the rocks to get to his tomb. And Anubis was outside his tomb, the door to his tomb. Anubis was there, and he's the god of the dead. I found Anubis up here. He's holding his scepter. Anubis, his scepter has a vortex in it, and people are going up a ramp into the vortex and off to heaven in the scepter.
So, Bill, were there Egyptian items in the chest?
No, pre-Columbian stuff in the chest.
I thought he said Egyptian coins, maybe.
So, yeah, some Arabic coins, 2,000-year-old Arabic coins, which Egyptian basically. And you know, the Egyptians, Ramses, his mummy's got red hair, and like 80% of the people in Ireland are related to Ramses, the redheads.
Why the redheads?
Because Ramses was a redhead. The pharaoh was a redhead.
I didn't know that.
And that's that's Scotch Irish. You know. See, Ramses, he got run out of Egypt and stuff, and so his whole family went and colonized Ireland. and so that's why there's a lot of people from Ireland and Scotland who are related to Ramses. My National Geographic DNA test came back that I'm related to Ramses and King Tut.
Bill, you're related to everyone.
I know.
Ethan Allen. I mean, come on. Ethan Allen. Who else? I forget who.
Ethan Allen's my 5th great grandfather.
Yeah, you've told, like, I've been listening over the years, but who aren't you related to?
My great great granduncle donated Ethan Allen's blunderbuss to the River Falls, Wisconsin Historical Society in the late 1800s. My 4th great grandparents, Mary Ann Allen and James Rogers, were playing in the yard while my 5th great grandfathers, Colonel James Rogers and Ethan Allen, were conspiring to make Vermont independent. That's why there were 13 states and not 14. Because Vermont was going to be its own country. Huh?
Hey, Billy, are you going to be okay if I just go chill and listen to you guys? I'm tired.
Yeah.
Good night.
I don't think they'll hurt me.
What are you doing, Jason?
I'm just tired. I want to go lay down and chill.
Are you working somewhere?
Yeah.
He took his sleeping pill.
Not yet. I'm gonna go take it though.
Well, he constantly says goodnight and then he's there for like 12 more hours.
No, that's when I'm at home, and then I finally get up to go to bed, and then I say goodnight. And then I put my earbuds in and lay in bed and fall asleep.
I'm just teasing you. Do what you need to do.
Absolutely. But have a good night, Julie.
You too.
Have a good night, Indy. Peace out, Bill.
Night,
Talk to you later.
Jason.
But I'll listen. Everybody.
I can't remember what the latest thing I was.
May 26.
Go to my Facebook group. My Facebook group's Double Blazes University. It's like my background here. But I posted something that was Fenn related. Oh, my Zoom. Oh, the Christmas the Christmas season ends February 2nd.
According to what?
History.
According to CatholicCulture.org. Christmas to Candlemas. When the real end of when is the real end of Christmas season? The post is originally published. Go to the page, but it goes. It starts in November. You know, like they have the 12 days of Christmas and stuff. But it shows it going from the end of November to the beginning of February. Christmas cycle. So, because I looked it up because Grandma Moses said Christmas isn't just one day. And I was wondering, what are the days? And it's not just the 12 days. It's a couple months. CatholicCulture.org and Christmas season. Christmas season ended on the feast of the baptism of the Lord, or did it? You hear Jack out there? Bring him in and he'll bark to go out.
He sounds so wound up. Yeah.
Was because it's the female dogs driving him nuts. He doesn't know what to do. He's a virgin.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think unless he's gotten some coyote.
So if you had him fixed, do you think that would help the issue?
It might, but I'm thinking $700 puppies are a good income.
What's he doing tied up? You and the neighbors should be working together.
No, because if I let him loose, he'll run over and be scratching at the neighbor's door to get at her Labradors that are in heat. She's got a couple of female labs and at least they're in the same cycle. The last time it was both of them at the same time. I'll let you two talk for a minute. I'm gonna grab him and bring him in.
Okay,
I'm
cool.
just reading more about this darn place.
Candy, share your screen. Show people what you're talking
I'm on
about.
my phone.
Oh, okay.
You can share your phone screen.
I'm still going down the rabbit hole of I don't even know what. This is
So what does the
interesting.
room think the fake blaze was?
I don't know.
Versus the real blaze. I'll pose that to them so they can chat it up.
There. Got it.
What's 1 degree of separation, X?
One degree is like it's like a match, like your brother's 1 degree of separation, or if you have one, you know.
No, I meant like, what did he mean by it? He wrote it in there in chat.
You're getting into Kevin Bacon's 6 degrees of separation, which, you know, that's not. I was doing the 6 degrees of separation in my solution, where if you got 6 words, one of those words is going to be a clue. You know, 1 out of every 6 or so.
So what was the elevation of the location that you showed us where the blaze was, Bill?
The blaze 9,200 feet.
Oof.
It's 1,000 feet below the water high, which is Alberta Reservoir. Alberta means noble and bright, and bright means wise. Bright is also a blaze, and this is and so the blaze is 1,000 feet below that, where warm waters halt is 1,000 feet below the surface of Pagosa Hot Springs. So the water's measured the deepest hot spring in the world. If you throw a rock in, it halts at 1,000 feet, or that actually go further. They only had 1,001 feet of line, and so they let all the line out, and it still didn't hit bottom. But that's deeper than any other hot spring in the world already. So it's at least 1,000 feet deep.
Bill, I'm going to kick off here in just a little bit, but I totally want to go to Pagosa Springs. Like, I really, have you been?
They got different pools from 95 degrees up to
Yeah.
up to 105 degrees.
Yeah,
And then some pools are right in the river, natural ones, and the hot water comes up through the sand, and if you stick your feet in the sand, you'll burn your feet.
well, I would probably not stick my feet into ones that I didn't know what the temperature was,
The
or
warm
walking
water
stick or whatever.
halts at the bottom where it's hot. People are thinking when you move into the cold. No, it's when you move into the hot at the bottom. That's where life began, in them hot boiling waters. And we lost Candy.
Yeah, she didn't even say goodbye.
Yeah. But she just go over to Greg's channel, or maybe her battery went dead.
Well, I know Kate Pro's starting in just a little bit.
Oh.
Are you going to come over?
Oh, I don't know. I don't do their channel.
Come
They
on.
blocked me, and the marathon was going to be on, and they just railroaded me right. I never even got a chance.
Bill, I'm sure you have quite a few profiles,
After,
and I'm sure you go over there. So, and it's a new world.
I've been there on one other. I have one other profile, and there's only a couple of people have figured out that's me. It has to do with Forrest told Bill Sullivan that I was good with an axe, and that's because I told Bill Sullivan he'd come up here, work on his car here instead of in town at the RV park or whatever where Tom Hardy was. I said, you can work on it here. And Forrest told him that I was good with an axe, and that scared him from coming by to work on his car.
I have seen someone in chat that said Axeman, I think.
Axeman? No. I'm Paul Bunyan.
Oh, okay. Well, come join us. Be good in chat.
Because Forrest told Bill Sullivan I was good with an axe.
Babe the Blue Ox.
Yeah, the Blue Ox and that
Gosh,
Paul Bunyan.
Ooh, pulling from 35 years ago.
And here in South Fork, there's an old logger, the logger restaurant, and there's this like 20-foot tall lumberjack, and he doesn't have an axe. He has a big saw. He has a giant saw instead of the axe. And Forrest's book, he says, find a substitute. And he says, find a good looking rock. He says, find a good looking rock a couple times. And Skippy holding a rock. And that's the one rock I found in Wyoming, was that rock. And
Skippy
then
Rock?
the Skippy rock. Yeah. I
Yeah.
found the Skippy rock.
That's along the Firehole or Madison, right?
No, it's at the brink of Upper Yellowstone Falls.
Okay. Okay.
It's right there at the brink. I was there in 2007. And I took a picture at the same angle as the picture of Skippy with the rock, and the background it all matched. It was like, this is the same place.
Wow.
You know,
It's amazing.
it's
See,
like-
and that's what makes me think stuff is like for permanence, he used rocks versus wood.
yeah, a rock is around 10,000 years later. This stuff I found has been there 12,000 since the Ice Age. And when the meteorite or whatever came and killed everything in North America, and it was just left abandoned, since then. Everybody says, what? We can't find Atlantis, but we found this other continent. We don't know where the hell that came from. Dude, it's Atlantis, okay?
Alrighty, Billy, let's go. Come on, Paul Bunyan,
Right.
follow me.
We'll see ya. Yeah. I'll
See
be
you over there. I won't tell
I'll
anyone.
look. Yeah. See
Bye.
ya.
Thanks, Bill. It was fun.
Adios. Have a good night, everybody. Hit my end button. I'm going to end it. My first Zoom.